Okay. There we go, everybody. Welcome. Isn't this exciting? Yet another game here in the TG Diamond League, live brought by the Connecting Esports community. Of course, as always, I'm gonna be joined by a lovely co-caster. Hello, Lift Factor in the chat. Welcome, man. I think you're one of the firsts here. Waiting for everybody to drip in. Until we wait, I shall inform you that indeed we shall be seeing today a very interesting game. Can't miss the game. Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, I'll just let you see the standings really quick so the screen changes while we wait for both teams to be ready and, of course, my caster to join me. As you can tell, it's gonna be Roflan Esports versus Soul of the Cookie. So Soul of the Cookie is currently residing at the 4th place with exactly 4 points and 4 games played. Meanwhile, Roflan Esports with 4 games played and 6 points, residing at the 2nd place right after Quantum Vortex. So both of these teams have something to gain today, either tying for 2nd or tying for 1st. And that being said, let's have a look real quick if there's anything else to provide you for information. Let me check if these guys are ready. They are still not ready. They got 5 minutes more. I'm going to remind them lovely that they don't miss their time to ready up. And yeah, excited to see what's going on today. While we wait, guys, enjoy the music. Both teams have readied up on the website. That is very good, very good. That means we can actually get into the lobby. Let's do so until we wait for my co-caster to be ready and all of these guys to come. I'm gonna tune down the volume for a leak so you guys don't hear the ping 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 in the background. And then What was the one team name? I forgot again. Soul of the Cookie. Lovely name. Soul of the Cookie. So SOC, I'll be calling them. And the other guys are obviously Roflan Esports. I've seen these guys already. Gonna be game number 1, best of 3 as always, boys. Here in the TG Diamond League, we do best of 3s in a single encounter, just to make sure everybody has a chance to play both sides and to tie a series and bring it back home. Because what better is there than to cue the lovely music when you do the comeback? Let's have a look at this while we wait. I'll give it another 3 minutes. Ooh. Thank you so much for following, Jan123123. I very appreciate that. That was ooh, and then exactly after that, when you can see Lift for coming to here with the follow. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, my boy. So these guys have indeed requested the virtual draft and another one. Holy guys, spoiling me. Thank you, thank you. I think even one more. So that was awesome. And now it's gonna be Chris. Your turn. There we go. There's Quiz 1768. Thank you so much for following on this lovely day of the Connecting Esports stream, where we show you guys only the best contents. And number 5 is gonna be Midway. Thank you so much for following and joining the C family. Welcome to the stream. And now the last one is gonna be Riven Support GG. Thank you so much, my man. Lovely. There we go. Now that that's set up. So okay. Oh, we have a reminder bot. I forgot that. Sorry, Twin, if you're watching. I totally forgot that we have a reminder bot on our Discord that can remind me, obviously, nice and easily for tasks that I need, like that one. So thank you so much for setting that up, man. Much appreciated. So while we look at while we look at this beautiful intermission screen, I'm gonna give these guys the go on the PentaQ draft in just a second. I'm just opening it up myself as well. Yeah, scouting going on in the chat. There we go. PentaQ draft it is today, boys. Virtual draft they have requested, so we will respect that. Always when somebody requests virtual draft, make sure to allow it, because it is in the rules. If somebody requests it, either blue or red side, they have to do it. Yeah, there we go. Rosa. There we go. Okay, stream is ready. There we go. Yeah, Roflan Esports has readied up. We're waiting for Soul of the Cookie to ready up as well. And welcome to the stream, Twin. Who else is here? Nobody. Okay, boys. So with that being said, I was just waiting on Soul of the Cookie to ready up on the virtual draft. Then we can get into the game. Maybe a bit of background story to these games, to these teams. Sorry, my bad. Actually, let me just show you guys real quick. There we go. Roflan Esports has so far, in total, not just in our tournament, has a 57% win ratio, meaning they played 21 and won 12 of these. Meanwhile, Soul of the Cookie is pretty new, only played 7 games and only won 2, so 29% win ratio. Seems to be rather a new team, at least on the Challenger mode side, as far as I can see. Speaking of Challenger mode, guys, always make sure to follow us on our socials, and also our virtual spaces. For a virtual space, meaning wherever we present the community. In this case, it's going to be Challenger Mode. They're partnered with us, so we have a personal space there. It's called Connecting Esports. You can find it under challengermode.com/s/connecting esports. Follow us there, so you'll get updated on tournaments coming out, giveaways, little 1v1s, whatever you want, TFT tournaments. We set it all up everywhere. Okay, and with that being said, we hop into the selection here. And as you guys can see, the first ban is going to be Lucian from sides of Roflan Esports, taking that one out of the game, making sure there's no Lucian in this one today. I'm gonna switch music because that one's annoying. That's good. Oh, I'm getting a call real quick. As KCP is gonna be banned from Soul of the Cookie. I'll be right back, boys. This is work. Sorry, just give me 1 second. You guys can see on the screen what's going on with Sawaka being taken off. Okay, sorry boys, that was work calling. Now back to the game. Actually, we have a big development coming through here. We see Aphelios being taken and picked up with an engaged support being Leona, and the answer to it, to the Aphelios, was DMF and Bomb, realizing right away we don't want to give them any more safety. So Roflan Esports was like, we don't need safety, we got the Leona, we're gonna engage onto you. And the Rek'Sai, a very aggressive early jungler here, so interesting to see how this one's going to play out as we wait for the answer. And it's going to be instantly the Vladimir answer here for Soul of the Cookie. SOC really sure of what they're going to do. Seems to be the Vladimir mid lane, but it could be a flex pick to the top lane. Of course, we have seen him being played in both of these lanes. And yeah, as I already said, Lucian Sawaka off the table. So no Sawaka top lane, boys. Sorry to disappoint. Yasuo as well. Maybe there's a one-trick Yasuo hiding in the Soul of Cookie lineup. And now the Olaf as well for Roflan Esports. Meanwhile, Soul of the Cookie went for the Cassiopeia into the Elise and the Senna, making really 3 meta champions and strong picks off the table, with Ryze being their first ban of the second rotation, and now their final ban of the second rotation is gonna be the Sets. Okay, Set being the final ban here. Recharge headset. That's very lovely to hear. Now, what will Roflan Esports do as an answer to this? Obviously, they know it's gonna be a jungler still to be picked up on the Soul of... Exactly, yeah, there's the Sejuani ban. So making sure there's no long-range engage coming through. It's going to be harder for MF and Vladimir to get into the team now. But of course, that is not an issue if you pick up some aggressive champions, like example, the Jarvan here. And Jarvan, a very good pickup. Definitely an aggressive champion if you need engage. Also really good to do damage. This guy is like very versatile in his build path. If you pick up, for example, 1 or 2 kills early on, you can go Warrior's Enchantment and one-shot the enemy backline. Or if you go even in jungling matchup, you can just go the normal tanky build into the Titanic Hydra and stuff like that with Cinderhawk, and be sure to survive long enough while diving the backline. Now Syndra being hovered and locked in by Roflan Esports, meaning Roflan Esports has not only a lot of engage, but also one-shot potential. 100 to 0, that's Syndra. And the ultimate obviously only useful if she can prepare a tiny bit by having 1 or 2 orbs out, because that will definitely one-shot, for example, the MF. But then again, she picked this one into the bomb. Bomb E definitely gonna hold the door with his shield, and also MF rather safe champion from distance, but very immobile if actually picked up or engaged on. And Aatrox is going to be the final lock-in here for Roflan Esports, meaning they are going to put Aatrox in the top lane, probably to face off the Vladimir. Vladimir, not the greatest early champion, needs some levels to get this sustain online, as well as 1 or 2 items, or actually not items, but part of items. He's one of the few champions that builds 3 items at the same time. Kind of messy, but works out in the end, because his power spike is the more convincing, the more items he has, and that's going to be the safe pick in the mid lane here with the Ziggs as the answer to the Syndra. Good pushing. Yeah, very good in pushing indeed. So you can use Ziggs W obviously to push down, to kill towers that are at low HP, and obviously nice wave control with that one. So some long range with MF Ziggs, but some scaling in the top lane, and then some mid game to early with the Jarvan. He can do level 2 gank, level 3 gank. All of that is possible. Rek'Sai, a very early champion, but also really good late game with the knock-up. Let's see how they try to plan this one out. And yeah, with that being said, let's hop into the champion selection, boys. As you can see now, that is very loud. Sorry. Sorry for this. I will have to just... There we go. Sorry for that. That was a bit too much. Yeah, just the same bans coming too, obviously. Else there wasn't bans, so they're just banning 8 champions. Don't be confused by these. Was obviously the same bans as before. From the sides of Soul of Cookie. And yeah, speaking of lineup, actually here, we might want to have a look at lineup. So Aatrox, really depending on how his lane goes, actually, to be efficient. And with Rek'Sai early, he should have a decent enough priority, especially against the Vladimir that's more focused on mid to late game. But then again, Vladimir is hard to gank, so you have to pretty much force the pool in the top lane to get the gank off. And also seeing the Jarvan on the other hand, able to counter gank very efficiently. In the mid lane, however, it's an easier time. Syndra stun into the Rek'Sai knockup is definitely something that can happen multiple times over and over again. Thank you, Seth, for saying that. And therefore we see already the cleanse hover on the Ziggs as a summoner spell. And then botlane is just gonna play out how supports prioritize warding. Obviously if they go for an aggressive lane like the MF Bomb is kind of a poke heavy lane, but Aphelios is very fine with just scaling and not getting close. But the Leona, however, on the other side is a really good engage tool. Probably pick that one up for roams and also for late game starting team fights. That was a mispick. There we go. Use us. Okay. What just happened? Lol. Okay. We got disconnect coming too. Excuse me. Don't worry about anything. We'll be right back with you in a second. There we go. back into champion selection. So once again, you'll see some very common bans and picks. I think this is the third time you're going to see this now.
Think what I could offer.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
Weak-willed fools.
Wait, what? I was just right on the stream, actually. Hey, what are you talking about?
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah, it was streamed yesterday. Yeah, never mind.
Fine. I don't need more enemies.
Okay. Yeah, while we wait for these guys to finally get their lock-ins and pick and bans too, maybe we can have a chat about next opponents. So if we look at it correctly, Roflan Esports still has to face off against Valhalla Kings, Vikings, sorry. And Soul of Cookie still has to face ELG Sports. So those are still two tough opponents to beat for both teams. Luckily, they don't have to face the first one anymore, but that also means if the first team, Quantum Vortex and their group, is not going to drop a game,
Want me to wait while you go get them?
it's going to be very hard for them to overcome them in points. There we go. Finally managed to pick and lock in the right champions. So now we are just going to wait for the spectator delay. Maybe talk a bit with chat. Hello chat, how are you doing today? Tell me what's going on. Tell me about your life. But most importantly, tell me about what you think about this game. We got this new function. It's called betting. So the second the spectator delay starts, I believe you're allowed to bet on blue side winning or on red side winning. I couldn't tell you how because I messed it up 10 times already yesterday while trying. So if Mr. Twin, CEO of Connecting Esports, is in the chat, feel free to show them how to do it. Otherwise, I would suggest we set up a commands. Yeah, a commands command. That made sense. A commands command so that you can actually see how it's going to be. There we go. Betting has opened, and there it is. Streamlabs is telling you how to do it. Perfect. So you can bet your points. You get points by watching. So just hop in every now and then and have a look into what is going on. And you will get your points, which you can use to bet. Yeah, do exclamation points to see your points, by the way. And then you should be able to see what's going on. I'll place a bet just for good measures. There we go. Then I'll bet and then red or blue. And then 10 to 10,000. Okay, believing in the scaling of Aphelios and Vladimir, that's a 1-for-1. Then believing into early game junglers, backside Jarvan, that's also 1-for-1. Wave clear, bit more on the sides of red sides with 6 misfortune, but more one-shot potential from the Syndra, and well, harder to hit your ultimate, to miss your ultimate than a 6, for example. I'll just give it to Roflan Esports just for the sake of betting. So bet blue, commission point, bet blue. Let's say 500 points. There we go. And then we will find out what's going on. If I will be correct or not. There we go. Lift also. Yeah, you also figured out how to do it. Yeah, the second the game starts, by the way, betting is down, boys. Sorry to tell you. Your betting addiction is gonna, or gambling addiction is only gonna be served for until then. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have Andy helping me out, maybe. Let me just get Andy in here if he's done with his game. So you don't have to listen to my voice only, but also to Mr. Andy, fellow companion on the CE and your team manager. Speaking of the devil, hello Andy.
Hi.
Hi. I'll go live for you and you tell me if you can see it.
Okay.
If it lags too much, I just suggest you watch the stream on Twitch.
Okay. Very professional. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit low quality, but it's fine, I guess.
I mean, you basically just have to see what's going on. So for champions, you can actually tell me who you're gonna favor this team, in this encounter. So we have an Aatrox, Rek'Sai, Syndra, Aphelios, and Leona on the sides of Roflan Esports on the blue side, versus a Vladimir, Jarvan, Ziggs, Misfortune, and Braum on the red side from the Soul of the Cookie team. Who do you think of these lineups is better? You can take your time, think about it. But yeah.
I personally would say Soul of the Cookie, because I'm a big fan of Ziggs Jarvan at the moment, or like champions individually.
Okay.
And Misfortune is really strong right now. Although enemy or like the blue side bot lane also seems really strong with Leona and Aphelios.
Yeah, Leona
And
Aphelios seems really strong in my opinion as well.
Yeah, and if Syndra plays it right, she can shut down 6
True.
early, I guess.
But then again, if Ziggs plays it right, Syndra will not even be able to roam or do anything. But then again, we see Syndra here going for the Electrocute and Ziggs going for the Comet. So Ziggs is definitely looking for some early trading with that Comet. Otherwise, on wounds, we can have a look at Rek'Sai's Hail of Blades. Very aggressive, less tankier. Jarvan obviously went for the standard Conqueror. And Phase Wash on the top lane with the Vladimir, facing off against an Aatrox with Conqueror. And press the attack on Aphelios, and press the attack on Misfortune. And obviously Aftershock on Leona, but Bomb going for the more defensive style Guardian, saving his Misfortune probably with that one. It's easier to proc on Bomb as well, since you can jump to your ADC. While Leona just has to move there. Now we just wait for the game to load up, and then we're gonna jump right into the game. Speaking of which, that just happened, so team is loading in. There we go. Switch this and turn off the music. Are they gonna spawn? There we go. So guys, live here on Connecting Esports, as always, showing you the best content that you can get. It's going to be the TG Diamond League today. Facing off between Roflan Esports and Soul of the Cookie. Let me know in the chat who's going to win, now or never. Betting is closed, the game has started. With that being said, we should probably go to the director. Come on, there we go. And we see both of these teams right now kind of going for a 5-man standard lineup. Making sure... Okay, I really have to adjust sound. Sorry, boys. Something... There we go. That's better. Otherwise, you guys will not hear us over that sound. That's better. See the flag already coming out here, hitting the Syndra, forcing a recall. That's ultimate BM here by the Jarvan. So, Andy, I know you're not the jungler, but maybe you can tell me about the top lane instead. We got the Aatrox here obviously facing off against Vladimir. Do you think Vladimir is going to be bullied in lane so much that Rek'Sai has actually a chance of ganking him? Or will he just stay back, give up farm, and save his pool, so whenever he gets ganked, he's not going to die? And they have to actually use flashes to get to him.
It really depends on how aggressive Aatrox is playing, I guess. And how well Vladimir himself dodges the good parts of the queue. The sweet spots of the queue. And well, Vladimir can play it pretty safe if he dodges those sweet spots, but if Aatrox manages to pull off hitting those, or even hitting the W at the right angle, Vladimir will have like very bad time on top.
Okay. Here we already see trading wave management for HP bars, and we're having a hard time already, but winning the trade. It's gonna come down to mana management in the mid lane actually, doing those first 3 levels, because if you spend too much of your Qs and whichever second ability you planned on taking, you will be running out of mana and you can't deny the push anymore. Now, slowly bouncing back to the Ziggs as Syndra misses the stun. Level 2 is yet to hit on the bot lane with this minion, it should be, as top lane also hits level 2. There we go, level 2 and bot lane advantage for the blue side here with Leona Aphelios. Nice poke, but actually denying his own comet. The W. And already missing half of his mana. Nice dodge by Vladimir. Is he gonna get the Q to it? It's gonna be online in 1 second. Let's have a look. He's just going for the minion Q. Okay, nothing too fancy. As we see Jarvan actually in the bot lane, having a look at the enemy Aphelios and Leona, but in the end it shall not matter. It was warded. Oof, Ziggs taken very low here by the alteration between Syndra. That was a good W. This may be a flash being forced. You see the flash already coming out. And now Rek'Sai here to counter gank. That's taking Jarvan very low. That's a flash E, and that's a dead first blood Jarvan. And the second kill being picked up here, as also Aatrox is bullying this Vladimir. Vladimir very low, also forced to flash here. Wow, that was a lot of action going down. And actually, one thing we haven't pointed out, man, this ignite on the Vladimir means he will not be able to just recall and come back to the lane. Very interesting. So, successful gank pulled off here, I could say.
Definitely. Or like counter gank from the blue side.
Did you not respect the delay on stream? Confused me there. Okay, oh yeah, okay, correct. Thank you. So, Jarvan here actually behind in CS, his bot side is down, meanwhile Rek'Sai's bot side is up. That means they're gonna meet once more. I think right now he's just picking up the crab or looking to do so. There we go, misses the... Okay, please swap to somebody else, thank you. Missing the E and Q on the crab, as he now encounters probably the Rek'Sai and he should back off. He's down in levels, and that's a nice smite away. Level 5 Rek'Sai to level 3 Jarvan. This Jarvan is not having fun. Aphelios already first to the roam as well, but they decide to back off. Just gonna clear some vision. And yeah, so far only mid lane has been visited by the junglers and resulted in jungle discrepancy by Triple Pen Kitty here on this Rek'Sai being up in golds by actually quite a lot, 1k nearly. What the hell was that, boys? New champion teaser. You see here the power of Aphelios switching between weapons and making sure he damages both the support and the ADC. So making this a very equal trade, if not even a winning trade. But then again, MF and Aphelios both are just happy to farm it out. Don't think we will be seeing an all-in just yet, until level 6 at least. Then after level 6 we might be having some action down in the bot lane. Speaking of action, we see Jarvan here hovering the top side. Obviously the Aatrox is more gankable, but you can also see Rek'Sai here on the other part, also in the top lane, as we see Jarvan now going for that gank. And already Vladimir is very low, but his empowered Q is going to come too, and I think this is a dead... Yeah, that's a dead Aatrox dying at the end of the EQ and the empowered Q by Vladimir. So nonetheless, his flash, he still died. Okay. Ooh. Will being used, and level 6 Rek'Sai means this guy can actually ult and kill him here. Doesn't even need to. That was just pure disrespect, man. And as a top laner, would you stay in this scenario? Seeing the enemy jungler right in front of you, would you agree to push out the wave?
Actually, me being a very greedy top laner, I think I definitely would stay.
Okay, so confirmed Andy would have died there as well. You excused Ben Erwin, or whatever your name is. I'm really sorry if I mispronounced that. Level 6 coming too, yeah?
We can also see Rek'Sai being very far ahead of Jarvan right now. Double the CS and 3 kills.
Yeah, again, if you look at gold, he's gonna be more than 1k gold ahead right now, 1.3 actually. In the mid lane also level 6 coming too, meaning one-shot potential on the Syndra side. And global ultimate coming online for the Ziggs. He already used his ultimate, I did not see where. Maybe to clear the mid lane wave, as he's now initiating a recall. Yeah, Dragon on the plate actually, that's a win Drake. As we see Aatrox now trying to bully this Vladimir, who uses his pool. Means he's gankable right now, but lucky for him, Vexas on the bot side has been spotted by that ward as he's being pinged out just now. And bot lane is a slow push going on here. So, have you played a lot of Aphelios, or have you been getting to know Aphelios a bit, Andy? Because I struggle to still figure out what he's actually doing. I mean, I get the champion, but if I play him, I'm just struggling.
So I guess I know all of his abilities, but it's always really hard to figure out, especially if you're playing against him, what he actually can do, because you never see which weapon is coming up next or which is in his offhand. So it's always, no matter which situation, always pretty hard to guess or like to know what Aphelios will be doing next.
Exactly. We don't see how many bullets he has left, I think. Oh, and actually we can see that, but we don't see which other weapon he has, so unless he switches it in the lane, you know which his offhand is. And then Vladimir taking it very low. His Q is not up just yet. Manages to get out of range just in the last seconds. But yeah, Aphelios, in my opinion, great champion design, like idea-wise. But I do not agree at all with how broken he is. So I think his range is the biggest struggle. Also pointed out in LCS this weekend. Or past weekend actually. Pointed that one out, that that's definitely going to be his first nerf. Because the range is just ridiculous. That you can hit a stun and a snare from like a screen away. As you can see there. Aphelios now with the bot prio getting that first Drake. We don't see it on the screen because top lane has been fighting all the time. Actually, Engage getting off here on the bot lane. Nice Leon ulti stunning too, making her survive a tiny bit longer, but both ultimates being used here by MF and Ziggs, killing them. Rexa picking up the bomb in return, so 1-for-1 trade. He's still going. Oof, Ziggs very low in HP. Same for Jarvan. These guys are so low. MF will bully Rek'Sai out of the aggressive lane here, and that just means bot lane prior for plating. So overall, a 1-for-1 trade and a win Drake in favor of Roflan Esports. Claiming some vision here, stealing the cannon minion. What a mean boy. Maybe we can talk about items now. Aatrox is backing here. What's he gonna pick up, Andy?
It's hard to say. Like, he could either go for basic. Okay, he goes for cooldown reduction, and yeah, I personally like healing reduction a lot early game against Vladimir. But as it's only Vladimir in the enemy team that's really healing a lot, might not be the best for like actual team plays. Aphelios can get it a bit later as well. And he's dominating the lane anyways. But Lifesteal is definitely a very good choice. Just keep on trading, getting better wave clear with lower Q cooldowns.
So it's gonna be Death Stance, you think, from the Warhammer, and
yeah.
And what's this called? Kindle Gem. I keep forgetting that one. That one's gonna turn into what? Black Cleaver maybe?
Most likely, yeah.
We see the Ignite actually coming through here. 1 second, Mr. Andy, as we see top lane. I don't think he's gonna be able to. Yeah, he missed that part of the Q. Is he gonna auto? He's gonna get the damage too. Third Q hits, and that's a dead Vladimir, not having the best of his times. So you were saying? I cut you off.
Yeah, you could also see in theory a Umos on Aatrox, but it's very old. Not much seen anymore.
Oof.
They're using Herald top lane.
Yeah,
Probably to get the entire turrets on top.
Top lane, as we see Leona here in a bit of trouble. One or two more auto attacks, but no. Yeah, Herald being used. He's also tanking, as we see Syndra facing off with no mana against Ziggs and Jarvan. That's definitely a dead Syndra. That was an overkill of the Jarvan here, just using Smite and ult. As we see Leona going in to stop the ultimate by MF here. She's gonna get stunned up. No, she's not. That's a nice stopwatch use here. The passive from Brom is gone, but Ziggs is here. Hello, Mr. Ziggs. Also a nice W, and that's another dead kill. But Aphelios says, I'm gonna get one in return. So overall, 3 members of Roflan Esports are gonna die to the Soul of Cookie team. And they're gonna trade some plating, but they lose the first tower in the top lane. That leaves us with a nearly 2k gold lead. Oh, actually 2.4k, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, Ziggs scared now of the recalls. I mean, respawn's coming too, so they're gonna back off, not gonna greed for the tower. What do you level second on Ziggs? Is it E or W?
E usually for the wave clear,
For the
as
wave
I
clear,
remember.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So obviously with no points in his W yet, besides the first one, just gonna stay and try to get that tower. Got some nice plating, pre-minute 14, and with that being said, there's only 50 seconds left before plating is gonna go away, and I believe, unless botlane is pulling up something fancy, we'll see no more plating coming through, and that leaves us then with, well, full 5 plates on the top side for Roflan Esports and 2 plates on the bot side, and 1 in the mid lane, and sort of Cookie only getting 2 in the bot lane. Next Drake Inferno. What's your favorite Drake?
I gotta say, as of now, it's either the Wind or the Mountain Dragon.
Okay, well, Wind Drake already has been picked up, so Mountain Dragon could still be the soul. I think Mountain Soul is really nice to have. It's basically like a barrier, so summon a spell for free. And kinda like a Banshee, it's just that it doesn't block abilities, but only damage. Now, was it the ultimate? Yeah, that was the ultimate used by Vladimir, right? Or am I seeing this?
No.
What the hell? What did I see then? Oh, it's just the skin. Okay, it's the skin. Yeah, my bad. That skin looks like he used the ultimate. My bad. But confused there. Yeah, Javan hovering mid side here as... I'm not gonna pronounce Syndra's name. As Syndra's gonna hit a stun, sees the Javan backs off, and that means that's a free Drake. Javan showed himself in mid lane. No contest whatsoever. Another Drake being picked up here, and Ocean brings life to the Summoner's Rifts. We see it in effect. Yeah, seeing as the game goes, what did you predict again? For which lineup? Oh yeah, you said Javan Ziggs is really good. Well, we still have to see that combination coming too. Ziggs had a good roam on the bot lane, and Javan had kind of an int in the top lane, but nonetheless, he's 1-1 and 4, so not the worst of stats for Javan. That one's really safe champion, no matter the state of the game. And that Leona is just looking for trouble. She's like, I'ma walk up, I'ma lose half my HP, I don't give a damn. And Bomb and Emmuth happily taking that trade. Level discrepancy also coming through here in the top lane as well as in the jungle. So, speaking of top lane, we see that one being visited by the jungler. Rexa is here. Pool coming through. Is he gonna try to look for a return kill? Is not gonna be enough. That's the dead Vladimir. Aatrox picking that one up for himself. And on the other side of the map, we see Javan engaging, and he used the EQ. That's a flash away from the Aphelios as the MF is gonna be procced. Brom's going down to Ignite from Leona, and Syndra's picking up that kill with TP flash onto the MF. So enemy bot lane is dead already. Now it's Aphelios against the world. Then his teammates are low, and Ziggs is going to try to get one kill. It's not going to manage to do so. And that's a complete ace. Wow.
Very nice TP use of Syndra right here.
Yeah, we saw a lot of TPs coming through actually. We saw TPs. A lot of rotations coming through here. We saw the Syndra TP coming in. The Javan being here. And... yeah, they're just going to recall. Okay, I thought they would maybe try to go for tier 2, but they're not going to do so. Okay, HP bar is low, though we can see that Ziggs, if he would have been there a tiny bit earlier, would have managed to do a lot more damage. Maybe turn that fight around. Luckily for Roflan Esports, they were alone against the Ziggs. Ziggs was alone against them, so no peel whatsoever, and he died rather fast. Well, looking at CS here, I don't think it will matter too much, but yeah, 6k gold ahead overall as a team, and CS numbers speak the same. Only the bot lane's kinda close. Oh, what is the best ultimate by Aphelios? I was just wondering, like, which ultimate he has equipped. I mean, which weapon he has, as his ultimate's coming up. What's the best ultimate for Aphelios? I know the Flamethrower has good damage.
Mm-hmm. So for engage, I would say definitely the one where you get all of your slow procs and snare as well afterwards if you press Q.
Uh-huh.
It's also really strong. And I personally, I really don't like the one with the sniper rifle, as it's just like basically his Q without any follow-up. It's like really good to last it or like to kill someone at the end,
Uh-huh.
but doesn't really have too much use otherwise.
Okay. Well, obviously, it kinda looks like an Oriana ulti damage-wise with the shotgun, or flamethrower actually. And then the shotgun is the one where it snares, so that's kind of like a Leona ultimate. I think Phileas is just broken in that regard. His range and his ultimates being a bit overpowered. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage by the Syndra. That's a dead bomb. Actually, wow, something we have not seen here as Aatrox is gonna bully Vladimir once again, but it seems to be rather close this time. If he dodges that one, yes he does. Dodges that sweet spot of the Q2, and that's a flash away by Aatrox, but Ignite used in return. Yeah, but as I was about to say, Bomb died so fast there, probably because he hasn't opted for the more efficient item right now. The most efficient item in the bot lane as a support that can build a tiny bit of HP is, of course, the Stoneplate. As you can see, Gargoyle Stoneplate being picked up here by Lelouch Britain on Leona. Very gold efficient, really good combinable with Inspiration secondary. You pick the stopwatch in that one. Gives you 600 gold, gives you a free hourglass, at least once. As Herald number 2 being picked up here by blue team and also spawned in the middle. Ziggs is not having any of that, already poking it out. And remember, every HP lost by Herald means less charge damage, as Aatrox once again, these top laners just having a go at each other over and over again. So that's a free turret picked up here. Last tier 1 going down. Nothing more happening. That turret is just... I mean, this is basically Heimerdinger with Leona and... what was the other one? Ultimate combined. And then long range Caitlyn. So I feel this is just a mashup of all the champions we have already. Oof. Engage denied by Syndra. Jarvan was like, hello there. And Syndra was like, nope. As Rek'Sai picks up the Ocean Drake number 1. Making that a total of 3 drakes for his team. Is there comeback potential, Andy? Do you think there's a comeback potential here with Ziggs, Vladimir?
I think there always is a comeback potential. Pretty much no matter what game, there can always be mistakes being made by the enemy team. And especially if you have late game champs that are very strong late game like Vladimir or even Ziggs. So I say there could be a comeback, definitely.
Yeah, as we see here, Jarvan trying to get close. He could flash ults to kill him. That flash is by Vladimir. Jarvan is not getting too close right now, and they should kill him soon, otherwise it's John Carlton Cage is gonna turn this one around. And that's a big Jarvan misplay, as the W pulls him back from his EQ, forces him to flash away as well. And now a level 13 towards a level 19. Ruffy is gonna be not happy about this one. He's saying, nope, I'm not having any of this. EQ's away, fly can drag out. Yeah. That's what we call an unsuccessful gank. Syndra very aware of her one-shot potential, just hovering in a pink-wadded bush, making sure she's not seen. Now actually the flank here, we see Syndra here with the flank. Not gonna pull it off. Braum is taking a very weird path. Forced to flash out, but you see already the power of an E. That's a good engage here coming through by the Bomb ultimate. Leon ultimate immediately procced and disables any engage from Ziggs and MF. Both carries here out of the picture as Syndra kills Jarvan real quick and Rek'Sai finishes off the AMF. Ziggs is ulting away, but it's only a lot of damage, but not killing anyone as Syndra still has ultimate to kill Ziggs. And now Vladimir is bullying Leona. Trying to get at least one kill in return. Will not do so. Never mind, Rek'Sai went down in that alternation. So that's a 4-for-1 trade. Take that every time. Godlike, indeed. Wow. Very good game here for the Syndra and the Rek'Sai. Both of them having a great time, as well as Aatrox just doing really well. I think I won't see this is outclassed, but it's just a really bad game for Soul of the Cookie. Maybe they have better luck with the next one. I mean, it's the best of 3. You can lose 1 and then win 2. John Carlton bullying Aatrox here. Bullying Jarvan under tower. Oof. Engage coming 2. Feels misses the Q and the MF. Oh, that's a really good ultimate again by Leona. This is the 3rd ultimate we have seen, and just a Fear's ultimate coming here for a bit of damage, nothing more. And these guys are constantly battling it out in the side lane. And it's pointed out in chat here, you can't outscale if you're being kept in the side lane. That is very true. I mean, John Carlton at some point is just gonna build some magic resist later on. Meaning Vladimir's gonna be unable to kill him. As you can see, he's already having a hard time. Ooh, flash coming out here by Aatrox, and now the ultimate. And yeah, ult ignite by Vladimir will not matter. He's dead. Nice stun by Syndra, but this trade is gonna be won by Ziggs. He's gonna ult. Syndra's gonna be taken very low. Okay, Andy, what has to happen here for Red Team to come back? I'm thinking so hard the whole time already, like, what could they do? But I just don't see any winning condition. We see Syndra TP coming in here. Just hold that thought for right after this team fight, as we see MF with a great disengage ultimate here, actually. And Jarvan going in to get a kill, but it will be MF actually picking that one up. Weird use of the stopwatch in between 2 enemies. Gonna decide to delay his death a tiny bit longer. And Fear's just hitting the tower once before they're gonna continue their siege, and that's an ultimate being used just for priority, just for dominance. Asserting dominance, asserting that this next push will be hitting the tower, or at least keep them at the tower with the Ocean Drake coming up. That's a really smart play, because that means no contest whatsoever, and that's Ocean Drake number 4. Drake number 4, Ocean Drake number 2. So Andy, now back to you. What do you think is the winning condition here for Soul of the Cookie? What should they be doing as they pick up the Ocean Drake here on the sides of Roflan Esports?
Hard to say. The belly is like big chance to get back. I guess they have to get lucky. They have to save all of their base, the tier 3 turrets, and just wave clear until they can get a Baron fight or an Elder Dragon fight. Maybe win it to come back with the help of, like I said, either Baron or Elder Dragon, or maybe even both. It will be very hard, especially because Jarvan is like, not gonna say completely useless, but not really much value of the Jarvan in this game. And Vladimir is really behind as well.
Yeah, Vladimir opting here for the Spellbinder. Do you agree with this one? But not is it Spellbinder? I'm forgetting the name of that item. It is Spellbinder, okay. Yeah.
It's like usual Vladimir builds Spellbinder early, but he's so behind. Even though you want to get or stack like AP early to deal a lot of damage, but he doesn't have damage at all. Right now he's way too behind, so he maybe should have gone for something else.
Yeah. Okay, well that was just complete demolition here. You see Vladimir actually, speaking of him, he's just gonna die to Syndra ultimate. Okay. Well, I think that's game. Game number 1 here, really cleanly played by Roflan Esports, making sure they only dropped 7 kills, and nearly everybody in that team only died once. Leona here being the sacrificial lamb to make these plays happen. And yeah, game number 1 picked up. All 4 Drakes coming their way, double Herald coming their way, most of the kills coming their way, and an Execute making his KDA look a bit worse. Yeah, game number 1, really one-sided. With a bit of luck, we will see game number 2 a bit less one-sided. I mean, everything can change. Maybe they now know what to ban, or they have a better game plan for game number 2. Soul of the Cookie obviously not out of the picture just yet. But yeah, that's gonna put them 1-0 in this competition. Roflan Esports 1-0 up against Soul of the Cookie in this best of 3. We will be taking a tiny break of like exactly 1 or 2 minutes, and then the teams are ready for game number 2. So see you guys in just a second after we looked. Actually, wait, I forgot. After we look at damage, just to make sure that, yeah, Zix indeed, together with Vladimir, actually did quite a lot of damage. Then again, there was not too much team fighting happening, more like objective control and 1 or 2 decisive team fights, so that makes sense. Okay, well, we're gonna have a talk about game number 2 in just a second. So see you guys in exactly 1 or 2 minutes. And enjoy the music. Okay. I think that would be it for game number 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Blue was winning with... oh yeah. Let's have a look at betting, actually. I want to see how this function works. So Blue was winning option with 66.67% of the bets. Does that mean I got money? Look at my points. Points. Oh, I'm rich, boy. Let's go. Woo. Poor guys. Okay. Oh, with that being said, let me just try to get next game on the way. So Roflan Esports versus Solve the Cookie. Now switching sides, Roflan Esports is gonna be on the red side, and on the blue side it's gonna be on the blue side Solve the Cookie, and on the red side Roflan Esports. Yeah, exactly. I'm smart. Now, are the teams ready? On? Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. Let me just get into the lobby and let me try to get Andy into the lobby. If you're here, Twin, could you help me out with that one so I don't waste our viewers' time as well as the players? So just make sure Andy is admittable as a, what's it called? Spectator. Team. His name is obviously Eat Me Andy, as always. I'll be helping out immensely. I can try to invite him, but I'm not sure if it will work, so let me just check real quick. I can find him in my friend list. There he is. I cannot invite you to game. That's a very sad one. Oh, because there's no space. Make space. Really, please. Also, Sindra here from Roflan Esports asking, what is your favorite female champion in League? Actually, let me hear that one, boys. In the chat. I invited you. I don't think it's gonna work.
No, it's not.
No, it's not working. Okay, 1 second. I'll be setting up the... Is Vinny here still here? Twin?
I don't think so. He's currently in a rank game.
Oh, unlucky. Then I can't help you at the moment because I'm setting up the PentaQ draft. Sadly. Okay, blue side is gonna be Soul of the Cookie. We're just calling them Soul of the Cookie. On the blue side, and on the red side we're gonna have Roflan Esports for game number 2 in the TG Diamond League. GD game 2. And we want this all in English. Thank you, PentaQ Draft. With that being said, blue side link for you boys, and here we have the red side link. I know you guys can't see on stream, don't worry. And spectate. There we go. Hope that's correct. If not, let me know in the chat. Speaking of picks and bans, we're just gonna look at our last lineup from just a second ago. There we go, boys. Have a look at that one. That's what they picked last time. That's what they banned last time. We will see if they switch it up now. So let's hope these guys are ready for our second pick and ban phase in the virtual draft. Using PentaQ Draft as always, and on the bottom of your screen you can see all our social media. Make sure to follow us everywhere to get the latest updates, the biggest news, all the giveaways, all the prize pool information, all the winning champions, our national teams, whatever you want to know, we post it. Wait, did I hit a correct link? I did not. I'm a big smart boy. I copied the wrong link. It's okay, happens. There we go, that's the right link. As you should see it refresh. There we go. Okay. Oh, get in. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, stream is ready. I don't think we will be getting you into this game, Andy. Sorry about that. I don't think I can add you into space on Challenger mode right now. Yeah, that being said, Roflan Esports ready up on the virtual draft, as you guys can see, we're just waiting for. Stream is ready. Everybody pressed ready. There we go. Okay. Both teams have pressed ready, and we will start the virtual draft now with Andy's knowledge of the game. This will be a bit more exciting for you guys to hear and see. So What are we waiting for? We're waiting for the Cassiopeia ban. There we go. Cassiopeia ban coming out here by Solve the Cookie. Obviously, Andy, Solve the Cookie now on the blue side have to make something happen in this champions selection or this draft already. Roflan just banning out Lucian once more. So previous bans confirmed. I mean, if it works, why change it? Yeah, but so far we have the same exact bans for both teams. And then, oh, Elise Soraka, so exactly the same bans as last game. And then the Aphelios, this is new. So they're not willing to give Aphelios to Roflan Esports. That means they don't plan on picking Aphelios first. Will this mean that Roflan Esports now is going to ban MF in return? Nope, stay true to their bans from before. So Yazoo is banned. That means Senna's being left open, and that's a Senna pickup. Interesting. Okay. Tell me if this is better for you, Andy. Well, I'll put the draft here so you can actually see it live. Yes. Yeah, so Senna picked up the answer by Roflan Esports is going to be Varus and Zyra. That is an aggressive bot lane. Because Zyra plants plus Varus Q. A lot of damage, and Senna takes a bit of time to scale and get her items. But also a very strong support as well as ADC, so good flex pick. Not showing the hand just yet, making sure to counter whatever they get thrown at. Or thrown onto. Now Soul of the Cookie obviously have one more ban. Two more picks, sorry. Two more picks coming through here. Yeah, chat is cheering for Vladimir ban, maybe in second rotation. Okay. Still no answer. These guys are taking their sweet time. They're making sure. Oops, that's what I wanted to open. They're taking their sweet time to make sure that they get the right lineup in this first rotation. Obviously, again, this is going to be the last two picks before more bans coming out. So they kind of have to show a bit of their hand and what their game plan is going to be. And game plan, obviously, also the thing that's going to be deciding second game, and they need to do something now. They need to bring this one back. Nautilus picked up, so this is indeed a Senna ADC. You could still see it flex to a solo lane. I don't believe so, though. Nautilus right now, Andy, one of the strongest supports.
Definitely, yes.
Tanky, CC, annoying, looks ugly. So yeah, what more do you want from a champion? Sorry for all the Nautilus lovers there. I just think you had so much potential to make the champion look good, and you didn't. Gragas, that's something new. Well, with Yasuo banned, I don't see that combo coming online, but yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, the Java by Roflan Esports here as an answer. Half of Nidalee indeed. There'd be some long range poke. Together with Varus, that's a good poke, but it's a completely different phase of what we have seen, and that's the lock in. Nidalee locked in. Aggressive jungler, good duelist, because level 3 she's one of the strongest junglers right now. Kind of works like Elise, just that Elise is even stronger and banned actually. So yeah, Vladimir picked off here. So Vladimir is gonna be like, nope, not this guy. No Vladimir for you. Even though so the top lane have a hard time. Yes, it's gonna be the Camille. Really aggressive top laner. Taking off the board as well. You think it's a Gregor's jungle? Has to be, right?
Definitely. I don't see Gragas doing mid lane or top lane right now.
Okay. Aatrox taken off the table as well, so... Okay.
I think the Aatrox ban was really unnecessary.
Yeah. Same.
Like, Roflan pretty much showed that they don't want to play Aatrox again with banning Vladimir.
Exactly, so... Huh, interesting. Well, the
Mundo
Ziggs ban
being
also... Yeah, Mundo. Oof. That's gonna be a hard guy to kill with the Roflan Esports lineup right now. I mean, yes, as soon as you get Liandris on Zyra, you're gonna be doing damage, and then Varus passive also not too bad against tanks. And Victor's known to be a tank killer. But Mundo is one of these tanks that just don't die. Do you agree with the Ziggs ban? I feel like, yes, he did most damage in that team, but it's a safe pick. It just means you can focus on 2 other lanes as jungler, so... I don't know. Oh,
Mundo and Diana actually being picked.
that's really good. Because that's a lot of engage and disengage at the same time. But I think they're gonna lack some damage over time.
And Seth being picked up. I was about to say, if they pick Mundo, I really want to see Seth being picked. Seth is just really strong against Mundo, especially in team fights.
Yep.
As he basically one-shots the enemy backline just by throwing Mundo, or like, yeah, throwing Mundo into them.
Wow, that's a new phase. Something new coming through here. So... I'm quite interested in this and how this is going to play out, because I've not seen a set yet dominating really heavily, besides Earth. In Earth he's just broken. But yeah, we'll see how this one plays out. So, Mr. Andy, how do you pronounce the mid lane of Roflan Esports?
The mid laner. Oh,
Yeah.
oh that's a hard one. You could give me like a hint. Just do it for me.
I think it starts with C, like CE. And then it has men at the end, you know, like the plural of man. Can you do that one? I can't pronounce it. That's really hard. Anyways, yeah. Mundo versus Set. Big matchup I'm looking forward to see. And then the Nidalee versus the Gregors. I'm yet to see Triple Pen Kitty play something similar to this. I have not seen it personally. But the Rek'Sai was, well, really good. So Nidalee maybe his pocket pick. And Ruffy was like, I don't want to play Jarvan again. So he's going to play the fat man that drinks a lot of wine or beer, depending on which skin you have. And mid lane, Diana Victor. What's your edge on this one?
Gotta say, Diana really got strong when they buffed her, like giving her ults, the ult E and her the ult, I guess. She can't really be put down too much in the early game anymore, like she's strong earlier on.
Huh?
But I still think that Victor can do very well against Diana on his own, and especially if he gets ganks from his own jungler.
I see. Well, I just don't have. I haven't seen the Diana doing good in a bad matchup, but I've seen Diana snowball whenever they had been fed 1 or 2 kills. This is really hard. Okay, well, boys, don't forget betting open in exactly 40 seconds, then we can have another bet going on. I won the first time, by the way. I pointed out that blue side is gonna win, and I betted on blue side. I won a lot of coins, so you guys should do the same. Just, as always, wait for bettings to open. And then chat is gonna ask, you're too early, man, just wait a bit. It's gonna open. Streamlabs will tell you when betting is open. So chat is telling me to pronounce the top lane of Soul. Soul of the Cookie. I tried already once in game. It said Ben Erver, but I don't know if that's correct. So again, apologizes to mispronunciation. Now into the spectator delay we go with game number 2, not 1, 2. Oops, not 21. 2. Jesus. Pog is good. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, betting should be open in just a second here, boys. Come on, Streamlabs. Give me the betting. I want a sweet bet. Does it work? Let me try. Oh, not net, but bet. Bet. So exclamation mark, bet. Let's say 1000. On... Do we say this is going to be a comeback by Soul of the Cookie, or do you think it's Roflan Esports anyway? Or I'll take your vote on this one.
I vote, I will say it's definitely a game for Roflan Esports.
Okay, Roflan Esports, so bet 1000 red. Is that how you do it? Or is it red and then 1000? It's first the color and then, yeah, okay, I got this. Oh, okay, betting's not open. Bet, please. Hello, betting. I want bets. I want a bet. Please let me bet. Oh, every one. Oh, Pork Jam. That's cool. Thank you, Restream, for letting us know. What did I? Sorry. I want to bet. Come on, man. Let me bet, please. Streamlabs, do something. Winter's like all in. This is not poker, Winter. You gotta play it smart, okay? I mean, poker's also playing it smart, but yeah. That's all in. You tell me, Andy, if anything switches for quality wise, right? Let me know. You can switch. I'll restart the stream. It's easier for you to see. Okay, well, that was unexpected. Anyways, oh. No, betting not open. You baited me there, whoever put exclamation mark points. Mike, you baited me. I thought stream was actually open betting. I want to bet, come on. Let me satisfy my gambling addiction. Please. Oof. Yeah, it's not, okay, Winter, it's not the points that you see on the bottom left of your screen. I mean, in the chat on the bottom left. So it's not the channel points. Those are not being used for betting. We use the Streamlabs points. So Winter's broke. You have to actually watch now, because channel points I have 10,330. You scam me? I did not scam you, fam. I had the same exact scenario yesterday, man. Trust me. Okay, game number 2 going live. So loading up. Can I bet? Please let me bet. I want to... Gambling addiction, please. Give me points. I mean, just watch, man. Be here and watch. Helps us, helps you. You can gamble, we can be happy. Winter just can't bet. Yeah, or maybe this is actually a PG-18 protection, you know? Not allowed to bet. JK. Anyways. Summoner spells, Andy. Let's have a talk about these. Mundo opting for Grasp against Conquer, obviously. Predator by Gragas, so very aggressive. And Dark Harvest on Nidalee. Phase Rush on Victor against the Diana Kokora. And then obviously Senna with Glacial Augment and Nautilus with Aftershock. The Varus opted for Lethal Tempo and his support Desira opted for the Electrocute. Anything out of the ordinary? What do you think, man?
I would not say that there's anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
The only thing I want to really know is Set. As he's going in the secondary runes, there's like 2 ways you can go. Either for like the Shield Bash, or the one that he gets 5% more healing.
Mm-hmm.
And that would really interest me which one he's going for.
Personally, I would say the Shield Bash is a bit useless because the shield decays really fast, but it's not completely useless, but harder to execute, I would say. So the healing would be nicer in my opinion, especially with his passive. Great synergy. But hey, not a professional set player, don't take my word. Music, indeed, music. Music. No copyright sounds in the background. You don't just have to listen to our voices, but you can also enjoy some good music. As you wait for the game to load, stuck at 69% as always. Quiet games at its best. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why betting's not working. I want to bet still. Twin, help. See here in chat actually. He's not, he's just on the connecting esports account. Feels bad. And okay, game loaded up at least, so that's been going on. We'll switch to it in just a second, boys. Don't you worry, don't you worry. Jason's got you. There we go. Waiting for both teams to actually show up on the Summoner's Rift before I switch, so you don't have to stare at an empty fountain. Content stalling. Yeah, I'm stalling. There we go. There we go. Loading up into the Rift as we see both of these guys spawn. That was the wrong transition. My bad, boys. Again. There we go. Both teams spawned in. Both teams ready to go with exactly 13 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds before they release into the Rift. There we go. Boom. Washing. We see something new here. Solve the cookie. Are they going to pull off an invade? There's a ping coming down on the top side as the music is going to fade out. So 5-man standard lineup here for Roflan Esports, and so the cookie are looking for something cheesy. Spotted by John Carlton KH on set. He's not gonna have any of this. He's just gonna say, "I saw you. Back off, villain." And Ruffy flashing his level 7 on the Gregors. Ooh, quick answer here actually. Roflan Esports and nothing happening. Okay. Victor recalling, not sure for what, maybe a D-ward. We literally put down the ward and got the wards, the D-warding totem. Ruffy now being spot on the ward means they will pretty much know where he starts. Especially if he keeps staying on it. Yep, by this time buffs are really close to spawn. So he will definitely start topside. Good intel here for Triple Pen Kitty on this Nidalee. He knows where exactly his enemy jungler is starting. Oof. How about we try this, Andy? This should be better for you. As we see mid lane already trading away here. Not loading. Bad Discord. Stop it, Discord. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Yeah, nothing exciting happening just yet. Literally going for a second camp clear as level 2 advantage here on the red sides. And this bottom lane. And exactly that one is gonna tell who's gonna get poked out. We see Senna taking a lot of damage, but level up already healing her back, and her Q obviously doing his part. The biggest discrepancy, I think, Andy, is going to be this mid lane, where Victor's just going to have a great time bullying the Diana.
Yeah. I also think that top lane will be really in the favor of red side. Especially with Zed going really aggressive with Doran's Blade. Instead of the usual Doran's shield.
Okay. We see that one being picked up here by Zed as he's already pushing in quite nicely and making himself have a CS lead by 1 wave already. He's up 6 minions, is 1 wave, and we see the first gang happening here. That's a flash coming through by the Gregors. Flash E, I think he got either cancelled or snared, and that's the first blood by Varus. Nice backward massage with that Q. Nidalee is just here for good measures and didn't even get an assist, so back to the jungle she goes. There's a crab to be picked up. Zed should be looking towards picking up the crab in topside river, but obviously it's pushing into him, so he's just gonna Get back to lane first. Oof, misses the important part of that W. Obviously, for you guys who don't know, the W in the middle is where it does 2 damage. Around it just does normal damage, and Victor's just going for an auto, taking a tower shot. Until he's been spotted by Gragas, loses most of HP, but backs off. Ooh. I want to see more of that jungle matchup. Okay, so we see both of these guys just battling it out. Ooh, nice spear hit. This could be an engage. Never mind, just backing off. Yeah, Nidalee is just contesting the camp here and gonna pick that one up. And now we see actually Set finally going for that crab. As pointed out, he has a CC, so of course really easy to clear that one. And with spotting Gragas, he should know where it is. He's gonna give it to his jungler to get Nidalee even more ahead. Nidalee already doubling the CS of Gragas. You can't really hear Andy. Well, Sir Millers, Andy will speak for you, just for you, I promise. Andy, tell us. Oh, too late. That was your chance to shoutcast Set dying. Okay, man, so double buff on Varus, what do you think? Another kill coming too soon?
I'm not really a bot lane player, but a blue buff on Varus seems really strong, especially for wave clearing. You just saw Greg's topside, so they can pressure bot lane. Really. Okay, and the buff is gone.
And actually, similar to level 1, we have a Wind Drake coming too, so replay of game number 1? Question mark? For one in kills, but first blood obviously going over to Roflan Esports, so they have a slight advantage in gold. Also a nice CS lead in pretty much every solo lane. And on the bot lane, depending on how much Senna picks up here, Senna's not going to pick up too much, so that means she missed that one. Exactly one wave behind. Betting has opened. Oh, PogChamp. Sorry, you go ahead.
I was just about to say that betting just opens.
Thank you. Oh, Set again. Being aggressive misses the W once more, and this means now Mundo has his ultimate. You have to be careful, doesn't matter. Set ultimate still coming too, and you went for the Nash's 2 first item. What do you think?
That's just another point where you see that he's going really aggressive. He's not going the bit more defensive or safer part in Phage, but he actually just wants to fight with Mundo and push out faster with the attack speed.
Okay.
And even be able to push turrets faster.
Really great. You play a lot of Set?
A bit, yeah.
A bit, he says. So yeah, you can't leech too much because obviously you're a player in the TG Diamond. So, oh, never mind. Diana's going in here. Being backed up here by both junglers, so we might see a skirmish. There we go. Level 6 on Nidalee. Scary the cat. And that's it at Gragas. Wow, okay. Predator. What do you mean done? Of course it's done, Twin. Yeah, I wanted to ask Andy, how is your TG Diamond experience so far? Give us a quick run-through as Nidalee is going to pick up this first Drake here.
About the TG Diamond in general, or about our game?
I mean, your experience in general, the TG Diamond League, what do you feel, man? Talk to me, man.
I'd say it's like a great experience to actually play in like a league that's not just one tournament over one day. That's like not too common, I guess. And also, like, you can improve a lot by playing against players that are not bad, or even way better in my scenario. I think I'm like...
You say not bad, as we saw John Carlton Cage, they're just auto-attacking Mundo until he dies himself, so yeah. Yeah. Oof. But yeah, I agree with you, the concept of having more games over a bigger time span is obviously nice, as Diana's gonna get this blue buff here, and Mundo's gonna get his first plating. Actually, the first plating for his team. He's gonna get one more. Hit the tower. Good boy. There you go. So 3-3 in top lane. Tower plating still standing. That means 2-2 going over, and Only other discrepancy in plating will be on the bot side, where blue side has lost one plating to Roflan Esports. Pogu indeed. Trinity Force on set. Good item or?
You definitely, or like it's more often seen in solo queue that you got Triforce. It's not really that good against Mundo, as he's obviously a tank, and Black Cleaver would be a better choice against Mundo. But the rest of are like to just one-shot Senna or Diana or kill them really fast. It's a really good item, and especially it works really well with Set.
Okay.
But in my opinion, in this game, Black Cleaver would have been a bit better.
I mean, looking at Soul of the Cookie here, as he dies again. Holy shit, Set, stop ending, please. As we look at Soul of the Cookie, we have a Nautilus, a Gragas, and a Mundo both. All three of them stacking HP, as well as Diana probably opting into the World of Ages, seeing as her mid lane matchup is a bit tight. Tight indeed, as we see these both guys fight in the bot lane. The Victor won that one, by the way, in the mid lane, as Gragas is now here to make this trade a very uneven trade and picking up a lot of kills here. So the Cookie is not having any of the business from first game, making sure the kills stay even. 5 to 5 in kills. Holy, that's something new. In the meantime, we will see Nidalee battling it out here with never mind, stopped with the crab and trying to catch this Mundo. Is she gonna manage to do so? Oh, too late. Okay. Yeah, Black Cleaver, I agree with you, man. Black Cleaver on the set would have been better, in my opinion. Literally already finished her jungle item, that's insane. I mean, she's 0-0-1, but yeah, 10 minutes into the game, finished jungle item. Meanwhile, Gragas is still having a hard time. There we see the Herald being bullied by these guys. Triple Pen Kitty and John Carlton Cage making sure to pick that one up. She going over to Nidalee. Nidalee is going to decide the fate of the platings. Carlton Cage once again missing the W, the 2 damage, and also knocking him out of the second part. Oof, that was close. Knocking him out of the Nidalee spear. But yeah, good flash by Mr. John here, making sure to survive that one. And spawning the Herald top lane. This should be a dead top lane turret. Turret number 1 going over to Roflan Esports. As we see, not engaging in the bot lane. Not is caught out by the Zyra ultimate E snare. And now Victor has to run for his life as he drops the ultimate onto the Diana and the Gragas. Interesting. I've never been a big Nidalee player. I tried it more than once, but it just doesn't fit my style. I don't know. Do you think it's a great champion in this current meta?
Me not being a jungle player, I can't say, but I think...
When you play against it in top lane, so...
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much of Nidalee, but currently there's like tank meta coming back, so she shouldn't be too good, I guess.
Big oof here by Waffy, missing that ultimate and has to use the stopwatch now. Now Zyra under attack in the bot lane here. Nice roam by Diana showing up in the bot lane as there's only 7 seconds left on this Ocean Drake to spawn. And with 3 people dead on Roflan Esports, this actually means, even though they're ahead in gold, they're down in kills now, and they have no priority for this Ocean Drake. The Ocean Drake probably been picked up here by Soul of the Cookie if they're fast enough. But there's the TP already coming through. That's probably John Carlton Cage here on the set. Yep, making his way downtown. And battling it out with big boy Mundo. Misses once again the 2 damage part. Great send ultimate. Makes Mundo survive. And now this will probably be the Drake. Depending on how fast they do this. Roflan Esports is rushing here. But okay. Gets the Drake. They should get out now. They try to pick up the fight actually. Nautilus locking down the Victor really nicely, but Victor in return having great stun on both of them with the ultimate, just bursting them down. Nidalee picking up both of these kills as well as the Senna kill, and Gragas died in the in that play as well. So 4 kills overall going down. turning the kills once more. And now bot lane tower under siege. This has all been happening pre-minute 14. I just realized all of this action. 20 kills. Or 20 deaths coming to pre-minute 14. That's a lot for such a high quality game, I would say. How are your solo queue games normally, man? Are they like mostly fiestas or mostly very composed and then mid to late game it's fiesta around objectives?
It's mostly fiestas, definitely starting in a very... I
Damn.
don't know why my team tends to die before minute 1.
So yeah, fiestas, boys, no matter if you play in silver, bronze or wood, it's the same in diamond, man. Fiesta all over the place. Yeah, John Cotton Case is just like, I am set, I auto attack, and he just doesn't stop trying to go in here, but oof, nice dodge here. He has no flash available just yet, so this could be a dead set, and it is. The Mundo Q hits. Back massage for you, and Mundo's not done just yet. He's like, come here, triple pen kitty. I'ma kill you too. There we go. Shutdown coming through. Victor has TP'd up here. Is he gonna be able to catch this big boy? Hits the first Q on Mundo. Back to Mundo we go. Hits another Q. Is he gonna flash over? Nope, he does not. Oh, he's looking to fight. Ooh, Q number 3. And that's a dead Mundo. Took off more than he could chew. But that's okay. Hitting 3 Qs on Mundo consecutively is nice already. Now mid lane under siege, but Varus is here. Got a lot of wave clear together with the Victor, so no danger of that tier 1 falling whatsoever. Only tier 1 going down here is the top lane for Roflan Esports. And they picked up in return tier 1 and tier 2 in the top lane actually. I have not seen them pick up tier 2, probably with the Herald as well. Well, I wasn't watching. So Twitch chat. Oof. That's a dead Zyra, I'm sorry to say. Good damage though, in return. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So, I know you don't play bot lane, but if you see a Zyra ult, first thing you want to do, if she's dead and there's nobody else around, kill the plants. Why would you stand next to the plants? Hello?
Seems like they tried to clear it up, but weren't quite fast enough, and then completely...
They didn't damage one of the plants at all, so they just stand next to it. They were going for the ward instead, like... Okay. That was just a 1-for-1 trade, I will take that any time. I support killing the enemy ADC for your own life, that's worth it. But now comes the most interesting part. So Herald number 2 is about to spawn in just a 10-second delay, and we see here... Uh-oh, Mr. Rafi, you don't have great time. You happy Mr. Victor missed his E, but it does not matter. Ultimate damage just too high, and that's another kill going over to him. Senna also dying. Victor is just insane, man. Victor damage, I don't know. Sometimes it astonishes me what the fat Victor can do. That means that's Herald number 2, objective number 2 going over towards Roflan Esports freely and uncontested. And Andy, you shall be happy. It's gonna be a mountain game. Mountain Drake on the plate.
Yeah, I think Mountain Drake will be really good for our red team, especially right now.
Yeah.
Except for top lane, they all have pretty big leads and have like a bit of a coping. Oh my god, poking composition. Sorry.
Okay.
So
I always
even
think of
getting a
Pokemon
bonus
as well.
shield on
Don't
top,
worry.
even getting a shield on top that regenerates itself, it's really strong for them.
Yeah, and it's something you definitely don't want to have on the sides of Soul of Cookie, because they have 3 tanks and... well, Gragas is the only one not tanky just yet. And that's a nice hook landing here on Nidalee, as well as the ultimate coming through. Triple Pen Kitty is going to be a dead Kitty here. Kitty goes back to sleep. And with the Drake up in 10 seconds, that's probably a smite advantage for Ruffy here on Gragas. His smite is up in just 4 to 5 seconds. Oh, Victor here in a flanking position. Actually, maybe seeing something nice here. Zyra, obviously, big presence, as Mundo as well is gonna come down here, and we see the first engage happening here. That's a Varus ultimate landing on the tank. Nautilus, you don't want that one happen, and Seth is already dying to the Leona ultimate, so a lot of things already used. Diana flash ultimate, and that just means Roflan Esports are gonna back off. They're down one member, but they bought enough time for Nidalee to respawn. I don't think they can stop the Drake here, as Mundo, as you pointed out, only really fat member on the sides of Soul of the Cookie. Is just gonna zone them out, and actually 1v3 here. You see Mundo, big boy. Now he's running for his life, but yeah, did a great job there, zoning out everybody, and Greg is just throwing out the ultimate to make sure he's not gonna die in the end. So yeah, break number 1. Ooh, John Colton Cage pulled off a cheeky TP. I didn't even see that one on the minimap. And he's gonna take Midway very low here, and he's gonna die. Midway died first. Now Ruffy under siege. He's also gonna die. 2 kills already picked up here, and that's probably gonna be it. Yep, that's it. So no objective on the map to take as of now. They may be gonna try to get tier 2 here, but I think, yeah, with few members alive, that's not gonna happen. However, on the other side of the map, we have a Baronessa spawning very soon. So do you say Soul of the Cookie actually have a chance to... Wait, hold that thought. Ooh, good E here by John Carlton Cage, making sure he's gonna keep the shutdown 700 gold alive on this Victor. He's gonna give his life in return, as Varus is gonna pick up a return kill, so 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane here, and that's the charge from the Herald. Tier 3 here in the mid lane, taken really, really low. Inhibitor Toad under siege. Will they be able to do anything? And Not is looking for an engage. Mundo's chasing down Triple Pen Kitty. He's not having any of it. He's jumping over the wall. He's gonna get out. Mundo misses another Q. And stolen aim here. Big trouble, because he's gonna get hooked. Kill the plants. Kill the plants. Good job, Senna. Senna killed the plants this time. Nobody's gonna die from cyber plants. Yeah, as I wanted to ask Andy, do you think if Soul of the Cookie is gonna manage to pick up all 3 mountains, so 2 more, that they have an actual chance of winning? Because I think tanks with the mountain soul is just insane.
Yeah, with the mountain soul, it will definitely be way easier. But in general, I'd say it's going to be really hard for them. Especially because they only pretty much have kills on the tank on top lane, which is not even that good for them, because the tankier Mundo gets, the more damage that deals with his ult if he eventually gets a good ult off.
True.
So, yeah, it will be really hard for them. They need to get the Victor and the Varus out early in the fight, or even catch them, to even get to the next dragons.
Which is possible. I mean, you got a lot of lockdown here, with the Nautilus ultimate, and the Diana flank plus the Gragas flank is definitely something that could be picking off these backlines here, especially since John Carlton Cage is not having the greatest of his game. He's only built 294 and looking to build Blade Rune King next. So no tanky items just yet coming through. This means no frontline, and no frontline against a team with triple tanks is going to be very scary.
Seth is actually going for Blade of the Rune King.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused as well, man. Don't worry.
I think I've almost never seen that.
I built it once to try it out in jungle. It's really not a good item on him. Yes, it makes sense since you auto attack, but yeah, no, it's just not not what you want. Black Cleaver would have been way better in my opinion still.
Definitely, yeah.
Gives you HP, and you want HP as set. I know it screams like he's a champion to build damage on, but he does enough damage. He does not need damage. Oh, he's been punished 9 times already this game. This is getting close to one of the highest kill games we had. I think the record is at 100, so 50. So breaking that one very soon. And one thing I have to actually disagree with you on is, yes, Mundo is gonna not be the optimal guy to get all the kills and all the gold, but he's gonna be able to run them down, because no frontline on Roflan Esports means Mundo is very effective in just running into them and doing damage. Like squishy targets are also really easily killed by Mundo, even though his Q scales with HP. So I think having a good frontline here that's unkillable, or at least not killable very soon or very fast by Roflan Esports, means that he gives his team time to do damage. And with a scaling Senna, a scaling Diana, or at least item scaling Diana, and yeah, just giving them time to come online is what you need this game to do. Just slow the game down, get neutral objectives, and yeah, Mundo's just, yeah, there we can see what I mean by Fed Mundo. He's just tower diving Victor. I think that's like tower shot number 100. He has tanked there and gets the 1000 shot down. And Gragas was here for the pickup. That's good. Gragas getting a kill means he can finish his item soon. And that's an Nautilus ultimate coming through here. Senna ultimate going through as well. And Diana going full ham on Lelouch Butan. He's gonna have a very bad time dying in the end. Even the ignite by Nautilus just 2 BM. And with the Mountain Drake on the plate. Nope, they look towards mid lane. Or actually Baron. Ooh, John Carlton Cage is gonna get a visit here by TP Mundo. If they're smart right now, they can collapse on John Carlton Cage. They have 2 or 3 people in the river here. They could collapse and get a free kill. Instead, they start Baron solo. Diana now gonna be joined by Gragas and Senna, as well as Mundo. And the second Mundo is gonna turn up. Everybody else is gonna do more damage because Mundo can just tank if doing correctly. But since they haven't spotted John Carlton Cage yet, this means Seth is behind them right now. And as you can see in the screen in just a second, he's gonna come in. Baron at 600 HP and Greg is picking that one up really close. Everybody's running it down back to the base. But yeah, so they traded the Baron for the Drake. I personally don't agree with that. Yes, it's a good buff to have. It's gonna give you more gold. But you are stronger right now. I think you could have picked up the next tier 1 and tier 2s anyways without Baron. Getting this Drake number 3 would have been way better because you pressure for a team fight soon. With the Dragon Soul being up after that. So yeah. Andy, what's your decision on this one? Drake, Baron?
I always like going for Baron. Especially because Mundo's keeping sets on side lane currently. Or is trying to. And Seth can't do anything against him right now, so Mundo gets to free push right now. But if it really comes to team fights more often, then a Dragon would have been better. Especially because a Baron only holds for 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, personally as jungler I would have made the call there to go Drake. And then maybe still look to pick off somebody in the jungle or on Baron, because you have time to clear vision, and then that still leads to a Baron. But yeah, with that being said, we got Victor here recalling, picking up another item. Or did I? No, I saw the wrong. Nothing happened. Okay, cool. Yeah, Mundo, now as he pointed out, he's gonna pick up tier number 2 here. At least try to do so. He just doesn't care about towers anymore at this point, right? Yeah, Seth is having a hard time staying alive. He's gonna ult Mundo back into his team and hoping that somebody can kill him. But yeah, Mundo just pressing stone plate and is gonna be unstoppable, as you can hear. Diana killing Varus in the process as well, and that's 3 kills going over towards the sides of So the Cookie. And forever everyone betting on Roflan Esports, I'm sorry to disappoint, but unless there's a miracle, this will be game number 2 going over to Soul of the Cookie here. Oh, Diana's making sure the minion doesn't die. I was confused to where she's TPing to. Okay, ping's coming down. They really want to finish this game, and they will do so. Okay, game number 2. Tying it, so 1 for 1. As expected, question mark? Mr. Andy?
I would have definitely given the edge to Roflan Esports for this game when I saw the start matchup. But to be honest, with the set build and him always trying to ult Mundo into his team instead of into the enemy.
Yeah, it doesn't set ultimate work like ulting them towards the enemy team, because then you do damage to them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Especially with 5k HP Mundo, I think it was. Would have dealt around like 9 or 8 to 1k, 800 to 1k damage to every single member of the enemy team. It would have been really good for his team.
I mean, yes, you would have suicided for that, but seeing as you would die anyways, why not, you know? It's good damage.
Yeah.
Maybe denies that last push there. Speaking of that exact team fight, I think if they would have pushed Mundo back into the enemy team, I would have been, yeah, oh my god. Oof. Yeah, fun fact, Mundo out-damaged the whole enemy team. That's a big yikes, if you look at this from a coaching point of view, because as a coach you drafted nicely, but yeah, Mundo did not play like you wanted to, because Mundo does what Mundo wants. Mundo goes where he pleases, as he says. So game number 2, tying the series for 1-1. And he lost all of his points. Very sad in chat. With 0 odds stacked against you, and you pulled 2. Let me see what I lost. I lost quite a bit as well. 1k points down. Feels bad. Hurts down. Deep down in my gambling soul. Okay. Yeah, game number 3 on the way very soon, boys. Andy, are you okay with staying one more game with me, listening to me talk? That's very nice of you. Thank you much. Yeah, so boys, we will head into a really short break of exactly 2 minutes, and then we'll be back with you for game number 3. Seeing who's gonna win this game, this series. With that being said, boys, have fun and listen to the music. Okay. Welcome back, boys. I hope you enjoyed your break. I see you happily chatting away in the Twitch chat, as always. We appreciate it very much, and we enjoy having conversations. We see a bit of targeting at the set here, but I don't think set alone lost the game. It was a team effort, because you win as a team, you lose as a team. Mr. Andy's here with me, live on the Connecting Esports stream. So Andy, game number 3. I want your prediction now, before you see anything. Just tell me what you think.
Before I see anything, okay. First game, set was banned, if I remember, and second game, set was played.
Yes.
I'm gonna say set won't be banned or played, at least by what's it? The name by Red
John
Side from last game.
Yeah, Roflan Esports.
Yeah. I think the Victor was really playing really well, and as well as the Varus. And jungle was played really well, so I think that you play something similar to the first game again, and try to put top lane on a winning matchup.
Okay.
On a champion, he's probably more comfortable than Set. Or if he plays Set again, he will probably be forced to build like an actual build, I guess.
Okay, I agree with you on that one. Back to the tournament we go, and There we will see game number 3 is about to start, boys. So I'll copy the code. And is Twin here? Twinny boy? Oh yeah, never mind. All good. I remember you can't add Andy because he's a player himself. Yeah. So let's get this game number 3 going. Oof, oof, oof. I got the draft already ready for you boys. I know you guys are waiting for this. Blue side. Draft. There you go. That's your link, team captain. And then red side. Draft. There you go, boys. And the spectator. Spectator. Link. There we go. All for you. Have fun with that one. And tell me when you're ready, boys. We'll be enjoying that one. So, a reminder of what they played last game, just for those who just joined in. Senna bot lane with Nautilus, Gragas in the jungle, Mundo in the top lane stomping the set, and Diana in the mid lane facing off against the Victor. Victor had a great game in my opinion. Zyra Virus did quite well as well, but then got one down by Mundo and Nautilus ultimate. Yeah, and the set itemization, we don't talk about it anymore, was enough of a meme already. So yeah, with that being said, let's hop into the next draft. Gonna refresh for you guys right now. There we go. One team is ready, one team is not. Then we can start this first banning phase. There we go. Illusion of the table once again. Huh, I'm confused to why they keep banning Lucian, by the way. I mean, yes, I get it. Solo lane presence, but why? Oh, you can't see stuff. My bad. There you go. Can you see now?
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
1 second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Soraka off the table as well. I mean, this point Soraka is just a meme, but hey, let's go. And Cassiopeia in the lead. So exact same bans from Roflan Esports with the Yasuo last ban here. And sort of the Cookie are gonna look towards maybe switching up the ban number 3 once more. So far they have banned third Aphelios in last game, so they're gonna do the same. And first game they picked up Senna. I think they're quite happy with picking Senna. And if Roflan Esports does not pick Senna in the first one right now as this first pick, we will be seeing another Senna, I have a feeling. Oh, betting is open. I'm not gonna bet just yet. I'm gonna wait until we see some picks and bans coming through. Ooh, Nautilus. So Roflan is like, okay, Senna was not the problem, it was more like Nautilus. Roflan Esports picking up that strong support. Tanky boy in the bot. Actually, Andy, I want your insight on this one. Do me the favor. Come on, spoil me. So whenever they pick something, you can tell me what you think.
Okay, yeah, I think Nautilus was already strong. After the visual update, he even got stronger, I'd say, because he turned his Q around. Like they actually updated his visual of the Q to make it more like the actual hitbox. But after like 90% of the hooks that I've seen, that's not really true.
Okay.
Yeah. Leona being picked up by Soul of the Cookie. Obviously another really strong tank support. Really good to catch other people and see what they play against it. Maybe an Aphelios with it, like in the first game. Let's actually see what they're picking. They're thinking about it for quite some time.
I mean, taking the time is good. Oh,
A Veigar. That's really strong. I guess you want Veigar for a possibility against Mundo that he can't just run in. A lot of CC with it, comes with it. He's really safe. He might actually be going bot lane instead of mid lane, what usually people think. That's something that I'd like to see this game. Not gonna lie. Ashe being shown by Roflan Esports right now. Ashe would be a good laner, I guess, but she'd get really pushed out of lane by Leona. And Ashe is actually going to be picked as well as Karthus. Karthus jungle most likely, I'd say. With that, you get a lot of damage in from the jungle side, so you might want to go for a tank top laner in the side of Roflan Esports afterwards, so that might be banned. Or could be banned out. And Mundo being picked up again by Soul of the Cookie. I actually thought Mundo would have been, or would get banned by Roflan Esports, but he's open. And yeah, Soul of the Esports probably trying to play around, or like with the Mundo on top, getting him fed again, like last game, worked out really well for them. Might as well work out really well again with that immobile Ashe and Karthus. So let's see what the bans are going to be. First off, banning Aatrox from the side of Soul of Cookie. Yeah.
Okay, sorry man, I'm just meeting you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry, I'm just messing with you. That was really good. Don't worry, don't worry.
Thanks,
That was really,
thanks.
really good. Yeah, Aatrox being the first ban in the second rotation as the Roflan Esports are thinking about their... Ooh, Lee Sin. Interesting. And a quick Camille ban coming here in return. Now Roflan Esports have the last ban. They can decide which champion they don't want in the Rift. And this game number 3, the game deciding champion ban. Kappa. It's definitely a deciding game here for this series. So the series can be decided in this game. Or will be decided in this game actually. Well, no. Okay, Andy. I mean, Karthus jungle, I believe, correct? That's what you called?
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I didn't really see Karthus mid lane.
You think it's a
at all.
Vega bot lane or Vega mid?
It could be both. I like to see Vega bot, so works really well with Leona. You can just follow up with your E really easily, or even the other way around, that Leona follows up the Vega E.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Ooh.
one-shot pretty much any AD carry without the support being able to do much against it, especially after level 6.
Olaf is so good into Ashe Nautilus. And it's not that bad against Karthus jungle. Like Karthus jungle, yes, really strong in 1v1s if you hit the Qs actually. So speaking of high level here, but Olaf's just gonna run you down, man. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, I want to give this edge to Roflan Esports after seeing their first game, but after seeing the second game, so the Cookie has some fight in them, and with this lineup already, looks like they're just gonna steamroll over you. All they're missing is like some constant DPS that's not Olaf. So why is it locked in here? And oh god, another set.
Another set.
Let's pray he knows what he's doing.
Okay, so actually I checked OP.GG's, and Zed is actually the most played champion by Roflan's top laner right now.
Okay, that
So maybe
confuses
it's
me
like
even
his
more.
hidden weapon that didn't quite work out last game. Let's see if it works this game. I mean, it's the same top lane matchup. Maybe he learned something from last game.
Yeah, maybe don't build Trinity. And not Blade of the Wind King next as well. I mean, I get why you would choose these items. They sound nice against Mundo, but Black Cleaver is just so much more efficient and gives you HP. And all you want to have on set is HP, so... There's your final lockup. Yeah, sorry?
Aurelia being picked up last by Soul of the Cookie, hinting that it's most likely going to be Vega bot, like I said before.
No, it's Olaf bot, I promise.
Okay.
Yeah, Aurelia probably gonna go into the mid lane into that Ryze. I mean, it's a great bully against the Ryze, but then again, the Ryze is also a great bully if he gets at least one kill and a slight advantage. I mean, it's so hard to kill a Ryze that's ahead. And that's the go from both teams, and with that we hop into the champion selection. 1-1 on the score, boys. It's gonna be Soul of the Cookie on the red side here, and on the blue side we have Roflan Esports. They're facing off once again in the TG Diamond League with obviously game number 3, so the series deciding game. And the lineups will be shown once again on the screen, sorry, really shortly. And then you can do your betting, boys. Betting's in the chat. let me check my points actually before I bet here. I want to go all out on this one. I have 1,585 points. And betting is open until 10k, so I'm just gonna bet them all. And I'm gonna be really, really bold and just say John Carlton Cage is a great top laner, but he did not learn from his past mistake. So I'm gonna bet, exclamation mark bet, and then it's the team color, so I'm gonna go for red side. Red, and I'm gonna bet all of my belongings. So 1585. Please don't make me broke. I believe in you, Silver the Cookie. You got this. There we go. And I bet 1,585 points on red side. So right now I should be poor if I check points. Oof, I am poor. Okay. So don't disappoint me, Silver the Cookie. You got mine. My money in your pocket. Andy, who are you betting on?
I'd actually, after that Set versus Mundo performance last game, would also say Soul of the Cookie. I think that Soul of the Cookie wins in basically every lane as well as the jungle.
Yeah.
Just on the board, I'd say.
Yeah,
Not
bot they
really-
get bullied a bit, but then again, if Nautilus ever engages, you just have a cage to put down on top of you, and it stops the Nautilus queue. So
Yeah, like the only winning lane for Roflan Esports and Champ Select is Set versus Mundo, but we kind of saw that last game, how that went. What they could actually do is like just maybe that they swap their top laner and their mid laner, right? So Rice goes against Mundo and farms up, and Set has an even easier matchup against Aurelia,
true, but
which would be really good for them.
said mid lane is not quite what you see, and
Yeah.
I mean it can be played, but I don't think it should be played because seeing as these junglers are gonna look for early aggression. I mean Olaf has no CC, Aurelia does though, so it just screams like an easy setup for an Olaf gank over and over again. And Mundo is gonna be happy just farming as well. Oh, and he's too late on the betting.
Oh,
Feels bad, boy.
okay, I got scammed.
Scam, scam, scam. I'm really curious on how Triple Pen Kit is going to play this one out on this Karthus, because Karthus is such a strong pick if you get to pull it off correctly. But seeing as so the Cookie have 3 tanks again, and the triple tank combination worked last game, I don't really think Karthus is going to be that strong. Karthus is great if there's a lot of low HP targets, so meaning squishies that can get bursted, or like people that can get poked out. But you don't have that much poke. Like, it's Ryze and Ashe, that's all the range they got. And if they step too close, Leona Vega Cage, Leona Ultimate and Vega Cage, plus the follow-up from Irelia is just insane. So they have to play really passively and really far back. And with that, I don't see Karthus even getting any good ultimates off, unless after a team fight. But yeah, have to yet see how this is going to play out. The only big change here is in the bot lane, obviously the Nautilus. Zyra was a great pickup last game, but was not able to frontline. Obviously, Nautilus now will be able to do so. At least we have some frontline this time around if Set decides to go full squishy. Oof. There you go, boys. Listen to some Crab Wave before the game starts. Put your hands up in the air. Okay, well, we're loading into the game right now. I'm gonna turn down the music a bit. So let's talk summoner spells, Andy. Oh, never mind, that was way too fast. We can still talk about it though. So yeah, summoner spells in bot lane. Ashe actually went for the lethal tempo. Agree, not agree? I would have gone for...
That's like the usual rune for Ashe, I think.
I would have still gone for combat.
Yeah, she's getting poked out or zoned by Leona and the Vega cage, so she might not get too much value out of the rune. And the stream just closed.
Yeah, I'm restarting with the league client, so it's less blurry for you. It works. 1 second. We go into the game. There we go, boys. You'll be seeing our lovely stream as both teams are running it down. Oh, a ping coming down to the top sides over here. And that will mean they will meet Carters and Sets. Depending on how they spot each other out here, we will be seeing... Oh my god, nearly already some action.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh, it doesn't work. Can you see anything?
No.
Bad stream, I'll be back. There we go. There we go. Okay, you missed nothing. Just some wards going down. So both junglers dropped their wards here, as you can see. Ward number 1 nearly taken out, and ward number 2 only 2/3 taken out. With that being said, we will be seeing Triple Painkiller here hovering the top side, knowing his blue side is warded, but he needs that blue buff to start. I think Carter is one of these champions you don't need to ward out, because 99% of the time he's gonna start blue buff. Olaf, kinda the same. So both of these champions don't really need to be spotted early on or tracked early on, because there's only so much you can do. You can either do full clear on Olaf or do the solo target buffs, meaning buff, gromp, buff, and then into a gank. And Carter is kind of the same. Both of these champions don't do all too well against AoE, but seeing as only Olaf has the machete, obviously. So the Kindle Gem, is it? Or what's it called? Hunter's Talisman, we taught it. Hunter's Talisman. As a main jungler, I should know that, sorry. Yeah, definitely is gonna be keeping you healthier against larger groups in the jungle, Cartus. We see Leona here trying to go a bit aggressive. But, yeah, quickly poked out by the Ashe. Did you see that, by the way? Ashe got movement speed. I think she has a... What's that one called? Approach velocity? Or did I see that wrong? Can you check that real quick on OPGG? Live game.
1 second.
See a ping coming down here on... Ooh, this is the first time John Carlton Cage, now in a new game, is facing the Mundo. And he's gonna be first target for the gank as well. We see Olaf here running in rough here with double buffs onto John Carlton Cage. First Mundo Q hitting. That's a flash already coming out, and that's a slow. Once again, another slow coming too. They're going all in for the dive here. Mundo has to tank one tower shot, but he's gonna survive that one as Ruffy flashed out. So flash traded here jungle by top lane. Means you can repeat gank with top lane. The top lane. Because Mundo still has this flash, so he can keep playing aggressive. And Cartus is not really biggest threat when it comes to ganks. You know, see Conquer Pocte on Aurelia, getting the better side of that trade. Any updates?
Yes, she is running approach velocity.
Okay, approach velocity on Ashe, smart person. Realizing that if you hit them once, you get faster, so a lot of kill pressure in lane. I really like that. We haven't thought of before until seeing it now, but it makes a lot of sense. Then again...
Although it's not movement speed towards the enemies, it's just movement speed towards your allies.
Oh, it's only towards allies. So, well, with Nautilus support, which will be frontlining for you, that makes still sense. But yes. And see, she got movement speed if she faces back towards a tiny bit. Yeah, she gets the... Ooh, nice double stun here. Coming to one by the cage, one by the Leona, but it doesn't matter. Ashe is still gonna outrange and outdamage them. So Vega is gonna have a really hard time early on to keep up with this DPS, but so far he's doing fine in just farming. Only one CS behind. Can't say the same for Set. set ahead in HP, down by a large amount, and he's actually gonna get the first blood here. Well played, my man. John Cotton Cage redeeming himself for game number 1. He's now gonna try to fight in Olaf, but in Olaf is unkillable in a 1v1. So 1-for-1 trade overall. But yeah, Mundo's flash was way too late, resulting in him dying. Still only half the CS though. Okay, Nautilus. I know you really dislike that minion, but no need to hook it.
Also, we see Seth going Kindle Gem this game.
Oh, what is this? Might he go for a different build path? Yeah, first Drake on the game, on the Rift right now. It's gonna be a Mountain Drake, and now we see once again, yeah, as he's pointed out, like, Aurelia is gonna have a great time against Ice here. She's only gonna struggle until like level 3, and even then, as soon as she hits level 3, she's not gonna be poked anymore. Especially since Rice already based for the tier. And Aurelia based for a Megaton Cloak. So, no damage receiving, but damage outputting, while Rice is just gonna say, I have mana. This is gonna be a tough game, man. We have to see Mundo still turning up. Or what? Sorry, turning up and actually doing enough to get ahead in this top lane as last game. Yeah. Oh, thanks Twitch chat for telling me about approach velocity. I didn't look, sorry. Well, Andy did his backup check. Who's winning? I am. What the hell? Oh my god, that's another flash hit. So far, Ruffy's been very proactive and I like his ganks, man. He's doing great. The only thing I don't agree with was the tower dive on the top lane, but besides that, he's doing great. He's utilizing the other champions he plays way better. So the only poor performance we got from this guy wasn't the Jarvan. But yeah, on Gragas and on Olaf he did well. Ooh, that's actually the E hitting, and there we go. Ruffy is back again in the mid lane. Basically dual laning here. Ooh, Streamlabs betting is opened. Poked him. Andy? I could hear you unmute. Talk to me, my boy.
Yeah. Just deciding who I want to bet on.
I mean, seeing this game right now, Solve the Cookie has 200 gold lead. And they have an advantage in top lane, in farm, in mid lane, in farm, in bot lane they are even. But then again, Vega scales way better. Well, I would say you bet fast before Twin closes it again. The first Drake here, going over to Solve the Cookie. If nothing fancy happens. No, it doesn't. Ooh, first ultimate of the game. Dodges the 2 damage part again. As already goes crazy about QQQ. Oh yeah, Mundo's ultimate being used. Sets not. That could lead for a potential outrage. He's gonna ult, he's gonna ult, he's gonna ult. He's not gonna ult. Damn. I was looking forward to him ulting there. I think that could have been a kill. He has flashback up in just a second, so if the flashless Mundo, that could have been what you need. And Andy betting on red, only 100 though, not very confident, my man, must say. Expected more from you.
This game can still fall definitely for the blue side. They're not behind much. As well as... Oh, Seth seems to be playing way better than last game.
True.
Especially going for Black Cleaver this game instead of Tron.
Oh, we don't know yet. It could still be a Spirit Visage. Now,
You're right.
overall, Aurelia I think is the biggest discrepancy right now. But then again, if you look at jungle, like Roflan Esports, doing great in the jungle, Triple Pen Kitty just utilizing the whole time he's been left alone by power farming. As you can see, all of his camps are down. Yes, he gave up a Drake. That's not the ulti coming down here in the bottom lane, but you can see the Ignite being dropped as well. Vega's gonna survive so far if there's no more follow-up damage, and there's not. Ash ulti has been used in the alteration as well. But yeah, that's just Vega being taken low, but he's alive. Cleanse really nicely used. And as I just saw, both of these teams running cleanse and not heal. And that's a dead Ruffy boy, I'm sorry to tell you. I would have loved for Aurelia to flash E there. Flash stun Descartes. because that's such a big cooldown. I think that's kind of worth it, especially if your jungler survives. But hey. Yeah, John Cage definitely doing a better job here, trading nicely, and actually picking up some farm in return. Only one wave down. Now we see Benerver. El Mundur has his flash. He's probably going to be able to do flash out. And Ryze ultimate been used defensively. Oh, Leona came for the roam. Missed the Aurelia ulti with the flash as well by Leona. That's Aurelia killing Karthus really quick. And John Carlton Cage is on the siege right now. He's going to get taken down as well. Careful, Mundo. Karthus is going to Q. Never mind, he's passive ran out. Monka S indeed. Huh. I thought it was Aurelia flash actually, but it was Leona. Ooh, really good ultimate, and that's a stun coming through from both these teams. The Aurelia flash was a bit too much. Okay. I mean, execute is fine. Nothing lost there. No XP been picked up either. It's going to be plating number 1 of the game going over. Actually, plating number 2 of the game going over to over the cookie. Roflan Esports already picked one up in the bot lane. Ooh, Wash Patel just went live with Bachelorette. I have to watch that one because it's Feet Greek God X, so I want to see who is getting married on Twitch too. Definitely not advertising anything, just pointing out something. So can a Karthus take over a game, Andy? I'm not sure. I just have not seen a Karthus being very effective yet. Probably because I only see like a Karthus every other 50 games or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Just not a very popular champion right now. But yeah, in games like these where it can go to 50 minutes, it makes a lot of sense. And again, you have a Vega on the other side, so... Ooh. Icebreaker missing. And that's Shelly just running it down mid lane. Shelly's had enough of being in the pockets. Ooh, good engagement by Aurelia. Nice flash by the Ryze as well, but then the Karthus damage is coming online. Damn, that was a Ruffy going down. I praised him too early, man. Also, Ruffy going for the Warhammer here. Please don't tell me he's going for AD. Good ultimate, kind of misses though, and that's the ultimate by Leona down. He's gonna get one more stun in, and that's another Ash area coming too, and that should be it at midway, and midway is gonna go down here. Okay, otherwise pink spamming the Aurelia roam. Been spotted by a ward. Not quite sure on how this is gonna end up going, but yeah, Aurelia 3-0 must feel great right now. Okay, Olaf actually went for the AD. I don't agree with that one. You have Aurelia and a Vega that output a lot of damage, and your champion does damage nonetheless on Olaf, so I would have gone for the tankiness, but yeah, it's okay. Another stun hitting here, doesn't go in, doesn't want to get focused by tower, and she could be locked up there. Take a lot of tower shots. Also no clue where Karthus is, he hasn't been spotted. But yeah, with that being said, that's the next Drake being picked up here, uncontested. I think it's gonna get spotted, never mind, not even. That's the TP coming through here by Set, making sure Mundo's not taking more than one plating. And Ocean Wake. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. I think pretty much both teams are just really, really good with Ocean Wake. Like, even if you don't get the soul, if you just get 2 Ocean Drakes, that's already great. Like, imagine Roflan Esports getting 2 Ocean Drakes, that will make these fights last so much longer. Especially a Ryze and a Karthus and the Set, like, hello. And then the other side as well, like Olaf and Aurelia, together with Mundo, that's gonna be a whole lot of fiesta. John Carlton, yeah, John Carlton here using his W aggressively just to get the... oh god, Mundo, don't get too close to tower range. Another W's been up just yet, and is he gonna get the kill? No! Mundo! Don't die! Oof. Another cover stack been picked up here. Let's look at the cover stacks. He's at 4 right now, Triple Pen Kitty. Sitting at 4 cover stacks, 2-1-1 in scores. Sorry to tell you, Fling C4T. Betting has been closed. Okay, right now we only have one winning condition, right? It's gonna be the Aurelia. So everybody else needs to scale, especially the Vega and the Mundo. Olaf is doing okay, but he's behind compared to Triple Pen Kitty on this Cartus. In my opinion, all you want to do is just sit tight, and whenever you can, play around Lego on this Aurelia here. That's a great ultimate here, but Rice has no way of getting out actually, because the flash is down, and that's a really, really low Aurelia. This is going to be an ultimate by Cartus coming through for sure. As we see another skirmish in the bot lane. Midway taking low once again, and Vega Cage is up very, very soon. Is he going to be able to save his support? Yes, he will. Did I spoke too soon? Oh, W. And ult. There we go. Return. Kill picked up here. Vega playing that one really smart, and Midway dying for his ADC, or APC in this case. And, oh no, this is gonna turn this fight on the bot lane here. Oof. Origin goes to really, really low on HP boss. That's the TP coming through by Rice, and then Hook. Oh my god, he doesn't even get an assist. Mundo now battling against John Carlton Cage here. It's dodged the W once again, but it shall not matter. His HP bar is too low. His ultimate is been used already. Like, there's no more healing, and John Carlton Cage is poking the Q to get the movement speed. Doesn't get in range for his E. Means Mundo's gonna survive. League of Missed Skill Shot, indeed, man. This is League of Missed Skill Shot. And now, Rice TP down, didn't even get an assist. Now he's gonna be focused down by both of these guys. This is a returning picture in my head now. Ruffy and Lego just going ham. That's a 4-0 Aurelia. The only thing you don't have. Aurelia and Poe play has been dropped mainly because she's not as effective as she used to be, but if she's in the hands of a really strong Aurelia player, she's still able to do something, especially when she's 4-0 and 40 CS ahead. Especially talking about gold and CS, there we go, we see 2000 gold lead in the mid lane, 2400, and then in the jungle we have Cartus actually being ahead here by 500 gold. And top lane is quite even, and bot lane only 700 gold ahead on the Ashe, obviously due to the farm difference. Nice skin on the Olaf actually. Carlton Cage not having any more of Mundo's siege, and Mundo has been taken very low. His ultimate's been procced now. He needs to survive for some time. W of John Carlton Cage is up very, very soon. He's gonna be proccing it. He's gonna miss it actually. So John Carlton Cage now in a bit of trouble because Leona's coming from behind the tower. Nice roam here by the bot lane. Vega was there as well, and they're picking up the Herald. So the rotation for the Herald has been done first, and that's the second turret. Sorry, excuse me, the third tower being picked up here by Soul of the Cookie. Soul of the Cookie just playing for objectives, playing for control. They know they are in the driving seat if they don't go too ham and give them too much of a fighting chance. But yeah, also something you don't want to see is Nautilus being 2-0. Andy?
Yes.
Herald, where do we use it? With Ocean on the Drake, on the Rift? Do we use Herald to distract, or? Doesn't seem like it.
They don't really need it. Blue team is not really up to seeing what, or saw that they are doing dragons, so they can just push in afterwards with it.
Okay, still, this question stand. Are they just gonna pocket mid lane? Are they gonna put it in a side lane and maybe send Aurelia to split push, or what do you think?
That question would be really easy, or like easier to answer if you could actually see the map, from my point of view. I'm not sure which turrets are.
There's no, only tier 2 standing for Roflan Esports, so for blue side only tier 2 is alive.
Okay, so I think that Yeah, they might be taking with Aurelia either on the side lane or grouping up in the mid lane to push down either at least one tier 2 turret and even pressuring the unit.
Damn, your view on this is really, really funny. What did I miss? Somebody got taken really low. What happened? I look away for 1 second. And these guys have a team fight. Holy. Okay. Cartus didn't see Vega being that low, I think, because he could have ulted for the kill there. I mean, the stream looks fine on my end, man. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah, no, it's a problem if I just got this matter.
Not too much more than this. 2-0 Nautilus is something you don't want to see. I agree with Take. Yeah, it's so sense. I mean, to be fair, a 2-0 Nautilus, don't get me wrong, is really great to have as a front line, but I would rather see those 2 kills on the Ashe, for example, because you could utilize them way more on the set, and also set now actually building Black Cleaver and another, I keep forgetting the name of that stupid item, Kindle Gem, there we go. Been picked up, so probably Spirit Visage next, or Adaptive Helmet, since there's a Vega and Olaf and Aurelia on the enemy team, and the Mundo Q. But so far John Carlton Cage is on a battle away. Grasp actually gets outtraded against the Conqueror later on. The longer the game goes, Conqueror is better. That's the charge in the mid lane. Tier 2 going down, but so is the Herald. Goodbye, Shelly. That was the last that we see of you in this series. Yeah, at this point, I mean, this is really smart. Okay, Triple Pen Kitty went for the Void Stuff here. Making sure he has enough damage to execute people. Even going to the MR, because you already see double MR boots on the sides of Soul of the Cookie. And also Wit's End here by Aurelia picked up, so probably a smart pickup here with Void Stuff. It's cheaper than Rabadons and gives you great value as well. And the longer the game goes, the more value this item gets, because with every level up, you get more magic resist, so more percentage taken away, and that kind of matter. And yeah, 1 minute and 30 on to the next Ocean Drake. We haven't talked about this yet, but the next Ocean Drake will be the soul for Soul of the Cookie. That's funny, Soul getting the soul. I'm not quite sure if Roflan Esports is aware of this and if they're gonna contest or not. Okay, man, what do you think? Contest of Drake or not contest? If you give up soul, it's pretty bad. So. Can they contest actually?
It really depends. They need to get a pick out. Okay, now,
Well, it's 40 seconds, so he's gonna revive for the Drake. It's not that bad.
yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely not optimal. Seems like we jinxed it. Yeah, looking at items, I can send you a quick screenshot of the items so that you know what. Oh my god, sorry about that. You see Mundo here, but getting chased down.
Yeah, stop being far behind actually again, because building Black Cleaver didn't work out.
Oh my god. If this TP completes, Mundo is gonna actually survive. That's Aurelia calling for Ionia and killing the Ashe. That's another TP coming through here by the Wise. She's flashing out as well. His Wise gonna get into range. No, he's not. Gets slowed by the Mundo Q. And that was just perfect execution by Soul of the Cookie. And there we see Set Carter's ulting. Not taking anyone down. Gets the Dark Harvest stack though. Putting him at... Excuse me. Putting him at 6 Dark Harvest stacks. And the Drake has been started. And I think that's just Ocean Drake going over to Ruffy and his team. So, Soul of the Cookie picking up the soul. Leona has been like, okay, Rice, you do damage to me. He's fine. And yeah, Now we know people have an answer for our set top. Mundo. Ooh, that was a nice cleaver. That actually manages them to get into range, but Aurelia misses the E, and that now she's gonna get hooked into tower range, and now it's a 2v4, and that's a shutdown coming to here on the Ashe, and Seth's gonna get the other kill. This was ending, my boys. Don't do this. You're ahead. I mean, you don't even get a tier 2 on the bot lane, and they're gonna ping for the Baron because they see both other members on the bot side, and only Leona's gonna be contesting this Baron. If played correctly, that's a free Baron buff. 25 minutes on the respawn. Olaf is not even gonna try to steal this one. He's gonna recall. Vega slowly making his way over, and Leon's probably gonna try to ult, and way too late. But yeah, great attempt. Baron Asher going over to the Roflan Esports lineup. And Baron buff lasts how long, Andy?
2 minutes.
Exactly, so 2 minutes. Now is their time to play. They got really low tier 1 in the top and in the mid lane. And I would definitely send Ryze in the bot lane. Yeah, they do this already. Ryze in the bot lane to get the tier 2 pressure, because that's what you really want, to pick up these tier 1s uncontested. So far, Salty Cookie noticed this and sent their teams to push out the tier 1 lanes. Making sure they delay the Baron buff with every second that's delayed. It's less gold going into the hands of Roflan Esports. Pinger coming out in the mid lane. Nautilus is probably looking to engage onto the Vega, but he has to use Stoneplate just to get away. Flash ults away as well. He's gonna hook out of range, but yeah, unstoppable here. Is not gonna get slowed or anything at all. Ashe nearly in range. And the Ryze ultimate shall do to kill him. But however, Triple Pan Kitty has arrived. This is on the siege now by the Leona. Leona's going really, really ham. Misses the E, so that means no reset on the Q for the killing the Ashe. And that's a dead Irelia. Ashe picking up that kill. In the meantime, Vega has killed Ryze, and now Seth is 1v3ing here. Great W, but I think it will not matter. John Carlton Cage is going down here. Vega's killing that one as well. And speaking of Vega, we should definitely have a look at... Oh, still I'm just walking back to the base actually. At Vega stacks, he's at 192. That's definitely not bad, considering he had a bad lane matchup. Oh, have you followed this whole conversation about Ludens being worse than... what's it called? Never mind, I'm gonna look. Hextech GLP.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Lovely.
Especially in mid lane. So even if you don't have Glacial, there's still people building just GLP because it's cheap and it's more efficient.
I haven't quite followed it, but Ludens gives out way more damage, but I guess Hextech GLP gives you way more... Yeah, it gives you pretty much the same stats, but it's way cheaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it helps for preventing ganks quite a bit, or even setting up ganks with the extra slow.
Well, I think it's a great item. I just don't like it personally because I'm not a fan of active items. Yeah, I think active items are okay to use, but as you can see in all the montages of Hourglass, for example, or whatever else, it's mainly just for montages, and it's mainly just to annoy people, in my opinion. It's not really a good mechanic in League of Legends. But that's personal. Of course, you guys like active items, that's all cool for you, man. But yeah, for example, as support, I always hated if I had like 6 active items. I would be like, please no. Ooh, Ryze actually really smart outplayed here, making sure he's getting out. I think he could have just sent Olaf chasing him and Mundo the other direction to make sure he's not getting out. But yeah, great use of the ultimate here. Staying alive, as the song from the 80s suggests. Stay alive. Woohoo. Okay, 48,008 gold to a 49,008 gold. Oh. Who do you think is gonna win this one? I mean, yes, Soul is on the side of the cookie. Aldo Drake up in 50 seconds. And Triple Pan Kitty is farming to get his level 16. He's really, really close. So level 16 soon. to a level 13 Olaf is all I have to say about jungle matchup this game. Mundo's at this point of the game where he just has W constantly active. Oh, actually, speaking of Mundo, Mundo's gonna run down this Wise, and I don't think as Wise you want to be anywhere close there. Good thing he has Phase Rush, because that made him be able to escape that one. Yeah, W on Mundo, for those who don't know, it denies CC. I mean, it doesn't deny, it reduces the amount of CC, so it's like a tenacity gain. Kinda like Mug Threats, and compared to Mug Threats, it's actually really, really good ability. That's a great Leona ultimate going down. That's a cage hitting as well. Overall, just ultimates, cooldowns used, but no kills or big damage coming too. But Mundo right now flanking. He has been spotted on the ward here, so they know he's there. So far, Mundo's just being a nuisance in the back line. They don't need Mundo in the front line because of the amount of CC they have to deny the engage. And Leon ultimate is nearly back up already again. It's at half the cooldown, so not being shy of using that one. And now we see Elder Drake being activated. Back to his pit he goes. He's like, okay, nobody wants to play with me. Yeah, they kind of gaining terrain here. Roflan Esports slowly walking in, then walking back out again. They're very, very scared of the flank, obviously, by Mundo. They have one front line so far. I mean, two front lines so far. So if Set and Nautilus are looking to engage, like there you could see Nautilus coming too. And yes, Nautilus did indeed try to hook Olaf to the wall. But hey, maybe it was a mistake. Okay, Drake has been started, and so has the engage. The engage from Roflan Esports is coming through. Nautilus uses the ultimate just to disengage. Stoneplate also being used. Now Quantum's ultimate coming through to make sure that the HP bars are low. Stoneplate used on both supports here. Ashe has to flash out of the cage. That was a great cage by the Vega. Utilizing the vision advantage they have here. Now Mundo's going all in, and that's actually the ultimate you want to see from the set. You could see Aurelia going really, really low, but it doesn't matter. She has Guardian Angel. So far only Olaf has died. Guardian Angel been procced here. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Rise is going down. Nautilus is going down as well. Now 1v3. John Carton Cage. Can he do something? Can he get a kill here? Goes golden, but I think that is the game. Because that was a clean ace coming through here for the Soul Cookie. Soul of the Cookie team. And that's, I think, the FF coming through.
Even disconnecting, yeah.
Yeah, that's the FF coming through here by the sides of Roflan Esports. They don't even give the enemy the satisfaction of finishing the Nexus. They just FF. And then, with that being said, congrats to Soul of the Cookie. Nicely done. Wow. Oof. Man, tell me, Andy, what a game, right? We had like this hope coming through from Roflan Esports. In the first game we were like, okay, they stomped them, this must be one-sided series. Then game number 2 completely the opposite. And game number 3 Roflan Esports like, we got early lead, but so the Cookie was like, it's okay, we got all the objectives. So yeah, different focus.
To be honest, I think Roflan Esports just got a bit overconfident after the first game. Like in second game they outdrafted Soul of the Cookie pretty hard. And they just made a lot of misplays, especially around the top lane.
Yeah, I did not expect that one to happen.
Yeah, and a lot of tilt might have followed, like after the second game especially. Yeah, I gotta say, sets into Mundo matchup
Was better
for
this
me
time.
personally. Yeah.
I mean, you can see if you look at damage, they were close to doing the same amount of damage. Mundo once again carrying his team, damage-wise, but this time Aurelia also stepped up. He had a great performance on Victor too. So, wait, was it Victor? No, Victor wasn't the other team. My bad. I ignore what I said. Yeah. With that being said, I think, do we want to do an interview, Andy? Probably has some questions for the winning team. So, winning team, Mrs. and Mr. or whatever you identify as. Apache helicopter, I don't care. If you want to do an interview, join our waiting room in the streamer lounge just above the TG Diamond category on Discord. Of course, everybody else who wants to join our stream and our Discord and whatever else, make sure to join season number 3 coming out very, very soonish, I think, in a few, 1 or 2 or 3 weeks. And also join our Discord community to be always up on the news. Let me just quickly head over to their channel and ping them. The name is Soul of the Cookie. Hello, Soul of the Cookie. Question. There's actually a great question here by Fokter from Lift asking us what happens if teams have equal points. So let me just maybe swap before I answer this question. Let me swap to our standings real quick and show you what happens. Because as you can see, we have 2 groups for example, the TG Diamond League. And as you can see, Quantum Vortex has 8 points, Valhalla Kings has 6 points, and so on and so on. So if somebody has exactly the same amount of points, since we do best of 3, my genius brain was like, why don't we just do direct comparison? Because that's what they did, right? Every team played every team once, and they either won or lost. There's no tie, because it's a best of 3. So either win or lose. And with that being said, for example, if Valhalla Kings and Soul of Cookie have 6 points, Valhalla Kings won against Soul of Cookie, as an example. I don't know, they have to play yet. So that means Valhalla Kings would go through. Basically, you just look at if they're tied with a team, you just look who won, and that's it. And it's, by the way, it's not possible that 3 teams have the same amount of points in a group of 7. So yeah, that's gonna go. Now, do we get any interviewees? We are in waiting. Oh, okay. I'll pull you in. Sorry for the wait. Oh, we actually got Ruffy and Ruben coming over. Hello, boys. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hello.
So, first of all, congratulations on your win. Close, serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not expected after game number 1 to see this one come out.
That game.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Let's talk about game number 1 just a bit. If you look back, game number 1, where exactly did the mistake happen in your opinion? What was going wrong for you guys? Because as we clearly saw in game number 2 and 3, you have a solid game plan. You can execute perfectly whatever needs to be done. So what went wrong in game number 1? Walk me through it.
Well,
I
0
think-
winning lanes.
Should I just say it or
Yeah,
you?
just say it, yeah.
Okay, so I think like the biggest thing is actually the first blood. Like the mid lane gank, we kind of goofed around there. We should have chased Aurelia, and then Rexa got the double kill. Basically, from that point on, he snowballed the jungle matchup where he was like constantly ahead of me on tempo, and then we basically couldn't do much anymore. And then they had winning lanes as well with the Rek'Sai. So yeah, that was game 1 basically, just from first blood.
Okay. So yeah, first blood. Okay, game number 2. Well, since Ruffy, you're here, man. What did you play? Sorry. Ruben?
Me?
Yeah, Ruben, wait.
I played the Mundo.
The Mundo. Okay, well, perfect. Walk me through what's... Well, first of all, what did you say when you saw itemization on set?
Yeah, the kind of int game 2. Yeah. I think the Trinity Force is actually fine against Mundo. Definitely if you go even. But the Blade of the Rune King is just too greedy.
Okay.
I mean, you have to get some team fight power with the Asterix or something. I don't know.
I mean,
something
you
to
need
push your
some
health.
kind of HP anyways, because if you don't build any HP, like I say, you go 2 items set with no HP whatsoever, 24 HP is not enough. That basically means you're just gonna be squishy as hell, right?
He also went like Stinger after he got the, I don't know, he killed me once in lane, so it's, if you are ahead, it's fine to go Stinger, but you should have just gone, or he should have just gone the Phage, Phage item. That way he could still go to Trinity Force or the Black Lever. Now he just has to go the Trinity Force, and that's also kind of a big itemization mistake.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Let me just quickly... Yeah, and too on that one. Sorry. Quickly go to the next matchup we have to face. So, if I was correct, let me just double check not to say something that's wrong here. So, next up, you will have to face. Where is it? So, yeah, ELG Sports is the only team you still have to face, correct? It's your last game. And after that one, you will be deciding your placements. Well, based off what the enemy team is going to play as well.
Okay.
Do you think ELG Sports now being in 6th place is going to be a big issue for you guys? Because that has been in the past in a few tournaments a strong team. Or have you scouted them at all? Any opinions?
I mean,
We basically just look at our opponents like from week to week kind of thing or day to day.
Uh-huh.
So we
Yeah.
haven't really looked at them. I honestly don't think they should be much of a problem, but I can't say much about them.
yeah, same here. I mean, I'm looking at their OPGGs now. It's not looking like a big problem.
Okay. Don't PM that
I
too
mean,
much.
if they have a set building Blade of the Rune King, it's basically GG anyway.
I mean, the top lane is
What can
decent.
you say?
So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil anything else. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
I
even in
see.
the chat here. Winter, if you're still here, say hi. Oh wait, do you still play for ELG or do you play for? I'm so confused. He switched teams. I don't even keep up with that anymore. I think he plays for Lift now. But yeah, so you're not too scared of them. Maybe if you win that one, you might be tied for first place if Quantum Vortex drops a game. Yeah, you are now 5 games in, so Quantum Vortex has the chance obviously to go ahead by another 2 points. So they will be up by 4, and then if they win game number 6 as well, they will be unreachable for anyone. But with that being said, Quantum Vortex is probably going to go to finals and stuff like this if we do gauntlet system. So you guys will have to face them in the finals if you get that far. You have played against Quantum Vortex. Wasn't that best game?
No, that was a stomp. That was our first game, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
No, we just yeah.
Underestimated, maybe.
Yeah, we hadn't played for like 1 month together.
Mm-hmm.
So it was also our first game coming in.
Okay.
So that's yeah. We lost that one and against Valhalla.
Yeah,
Vikings,
Valhalla
I think we
Vikings.
also lost. But yeah, it's still fine. I think we're improving week to week, so that's good.
Sorry, I was just sending a screenshot of the second game pick and ban phase. So second game pick and ban phase, you actually, I'm just gonna walk you through real quick here because Andy has a question about that. I think Cassiopeia Elise, yeah, for the bans actually, I'm quite interested. Why did you go for Cassiopeia Elise Aphelios all the time? Well, you switched up the third ban, but besides that, you kept the first 2 bans.
So since we played these guys before, we like kind of know a bit about their champions, and the jungler plays a lot of Elise, and we just think Elise can they can abuse our top laner because we didn't play around top lane that much, and Elise is really good at dives, so we just banned her as safety. We banned Cassiopeia because the champion's just annoying, and like even if you pick a counter matchup into her, she can be like really dominant in team fights, and it's just kind of comfort for us to like not play against it, I guess.
Yeah.
First game we banned Senna because the ADC and support plays it, and Senna's like really annoying. Then we noticed that Aphelios is actually even more annoying. So then we switched to the Aphelios ban because let's be real, the champion is fucking stupid.
I agree.
And yeah, so and we kind of thought we didn't need to swap up our bans because we didn't think like their picks were that dominant that we had to like change anything because we figured we could beat them with the same bans, which
Okay.
we in the end did.
Do you play a lot of Soraka top lane, or was that just general?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
So that was actually target ban. And the Yasuo?
Our
Azure?
mid lane plays it.
We
Okay.
play it from time to time, but like it's
not
rarely
really-
like it's just a scrim thing, but I don't think we scrimmed them, so they know about that maybe. But
Andy, one more question for the boys, and then we let them off the hook.
Yeah, for the top laner, you played Mundo and you picked him without knowing the matchup, right?
Yeah.
And Sets pretty much picked Sets to counter pick Mundo because it's more like knowing that Set is a counter to Mundo. Do you feel like that's the wrong statement, or
No,
because
Shed
you won both
definitely
matchups?
counters Mundo, but it's just I know the matchup like very well. Kind of like a two-tick Vladimir Mundo, and I've played a lot against Shed, so I know he abuses me early game after level 7 or 8, I kind of beat him.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if I can get a good freeze off, maybe I can get him a little earlier. But yeah, he's pretty dominant in laning phase against Mundo.
Okay, so you would say that you played it really well, and usually it shouldn't happen like that.
Well, yeah,
Maybe Set also played bad.
yeah,
who knows?
it's
Okay.
combination.
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, just replying to chat here. Twitch chat being very active. I like that. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look forward to see you guys again on stream, and hopefully as well in the playoffs. Hope you do well in your next and final game. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. Ping the admins. And yeah, with that being said, boys, thank you so much for giving us a pleasant watch time today and turning on the game. So I would cue Silver Scrapes for you, but I think we will save that for the playoffs.
Alright, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for joining.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, now facing off the chat here, the final boss here, real quick. So Master Mixer HS is gonna go with a few. Let me just mute the music real quick because I can't focus. There we go. Okay, so how we do this is basically, once again, to explain, just focus on group A for now. For example, if you have Quantum Vortex winning pretty much all the games, like you can see now, they have 8 points, and let's say Valhalla Kings wins as well, they have also 8 points. We will still have always direct comparison. So basically Quantum Vortex will have faced Valhalla Kings, so we don't need to look at points or any numbers or anything. We will just look at the game they played against them, and if they won, they won. If they lost, they lost, and that basically decides who's higher seed and who's lower seed. So yeah. Can I join as well just to talk about his wrong answers? Wait, what? Wait, my bad. I don't know who you're talking to, man, but okay. Yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is Mokabuk. I don't know how to say your name, but Mokaboka. Basically, what you're saying is you should let the winners of TJ Plat and TJ Diamond face each other at the end. Okay, so basically not the winners, but yes, that idea is actually the idea of the TG League in total. So basically we are planning to expand this TG League to an extent where we have, well, basically every division and every ELO in here. The whole point and the whole system of this league works to a maximum up of 4 divisions per league. So TG Diamond League with 4 divisions, so Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, with 4 groups, and then basically every group is going to play against the other group at the end. So in the end, if the teams stay in the tournament for a longer time, they will obviously be placed in higher groups. So let's say Group A will be Division 1 and Group B will be Division 2 and so on. So if Group B, Wash Esports, taking this example of the standing in front of you, will be winning, they will have the chance, together with Cirque Spark if they are second, to play ELG Sports in column 7 of Division 1. And then by that, they will be able to advance to Division 1. And by advancing to Division 1, that means for the next season, you will be playing in Division 1, and Division 1 will give you better rewards, and so on. So that's the whole concept behind the TG League. But that, of course, requires enough teams and requires enough people to keep playing and not just making new people come in. And you think it's more fair? Let me just quickly read what you wrote. Like 7 plus. Yeah, I know. Like, again, your system that you're proposing is not wrong, but it's definitely just not needed if we have such a simple way of fixing it by just doing direct comparison. Like, every team played every team once. So if there is a tie, you just look at the direct comparison and you have the tie gone. You don't need to calculate anything. You don't need to look at games and so on and so forth. It's just easier and faster this way. And I mean, it's well deserved as well. If you tied, for example, Quantum Vortex would be tied with Valhalla Kings, but they won against Valhalla Kings, why would you punish them then if they lost more games when they won against them? You know, that doesn't make really sense. So if everybody who played against the team that got DQ'd, we count the play game. If somebody did not play against the team that got DQ'd, we count the DQ, so they get 1 free win. That's how we have been doing it. That's just the rule. It's not optimal, I'm aware. Like, for example, if we lost to the DQ team, that would be really, really bad. But hey, it happens. because if you lose as the weakest team, you should be punished for it. I don't agree with that one, because as you saw today, you can drop a game no matter what. I mean, yes, in theory, I agree with your statement, but in League of Legends, it always comes down to executing a best of 3 and not dropping a game. And your system will be rewarding teams that have a cheesy play and get, for example, if, for example, the worst team takes one game away from the best team, that's already really, really hurting their KDA in games, I would say, their win-loss ratio with your system. However, if they take our system, or the system we have implemented right now, they will be still ahead by just winning in the end. So yeah. Yeah, I'm allowed. Dropping a game shouldn't be a problem, and that's why we went for overall best of 3 series deciding, not game wins and lose deciding. We tried this, like, don't worry boys, we tested everything. We are obviously open for feedback, so I appreciate you guys telling us all of this, and we will definitely consider every valid input. I'm not telling you no right, I'm just telling you how we do it as of now until the season ends, and then after this we can definitely reevaluate all the points and all the input we got from you guys and adapt. I mean, that's the whole point of this. That's why we got a feedback channel as well. Just go into the comments channel and do the feedback comment, and then you can send us all your feedback, and after every season we look back at the feedback and adapt the rules if needed, or the system if needed. Gets more competitive. I agree with it being more competitive, but we are not there just yet. Let's say it like this, okay? That's why for right now we went like this, but I agree that this is a very competitive approach, that if you even drop one game, it's going to hurt your win-loss ratio, kind of like in football. And yeah, as a football coach myself, I agree with the system, and I think it's a great system. But it's also not the only way that in football you do tiebreakers, sorry. But yeah, okay, I think that's it. Every question answered. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for looking and watching and chatting and talking and listening to us. Andy, I had a blast. Thank you for joining us as well, Mr. Andy.
No problem.
I know you haven't been talking too much, but as a native speaker in German and not in English, it's a bit hard for you. We appreciate you, but by being here, you will improve, not approve. And I think having you here is always fun, because you have a lot of inside knowledge as a player yourself, and also a great game understanding. So yeah, thank you once again. Yeah, looking at points, since I betted correctly, all of those for you who betted on blue side, suck it, EP. Let me look how many points I have. Ooga booga, I got, wait, what? 310 points. But I bet on red side. Where's my win? Hello? I got scammed. 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 I call scam. Big scam. Scam. Yeah, I know the less points you have is just from the watch time. That's the points you got. I think it hasn't been paid out yet. I think it just hasn't been pointed out. But don't worry, Streamlabs will update it shortly for the next stream. I swear it's going to be ready. And with that being said, boys, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow our social media. It's going to be Connecting Esports on Facebook. It's going to be Con Esports on Twitter. And it's going to be Connecting Esports on Instagram as well, and on Mixers Connecting Esports, as well as on YouTube and on Twitch. And of course you can join our Discord with discord.me/Connecting Esports, or if you look onto Discord servers.gg, I think it is, you can also look up Connecting Esports. So yeah, with that being said, join our socials, follow us, like everything you can see, help us out to grow, and visit our website connectingesports.com, which is under construction with a new one, so be expecting some updates there very soon. And also Challenger Mode space on your screen right now, /s/Connecting Esports after the challengermode.com. And with that being said, boys, see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us, and we had a blast as always. TG Diamond League back with you once again on Thursday with the final games. And yeah, can't wait.